how's it going, everyone? You're here for the watch along for Man United versus Liverpool. I'm joined today by Alex. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Yeah.
Are you excited?
Not really. No.
You're not? Do you think we're going to win? Do you not think we're going to win?
Nervous. It could go either way today.
I know. I'm very nervous. Go on.
We could get battered today, but
We could get battered.
but
We don't tend to get battered by Liverpool at Old Trafford, do we? So far.
no. Klopp still hasn't won at Old
Yeah.
Trafford, which is the probably only positive stat coming into this
Yeah.
game. Really,
Well, yeah. There's been a few sort of Klopp, Solskjaer comparisons over the last week, haven't there?
yeah.
With obviously just coming out that we kind of knew this already, but that Solskjaer's first 29 games, he's got one more point than Klopp did in the same time, or something to that extent, to that effect. Bit of an unfair comparison, I think, for both managers, really.
Yeah, both one coming in midway through a season and a team that was nothing like what he needed, and then Solskjaer, who started very well and then is now trying to rebuild from there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tricky one, isn't it? As we're watching here, we've got Souness, Keane, and Mourinho in the studio. That is going to be absolute hell if United lose, isn't it? That's going to be so toxic after the game.
Yeah, it's not really great.
Look at them, all three of them. What's your score prediction today then? What do you reckon is going to happen? What do you think we're going to see?
I don't know. I can't see us scoring really, but I'm going to be positive. We're going to nick a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, get a 1-0
Somehow, some way. Let us know in the comments what you think the score is going to be. Give us your score predictions. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think generally Liverpool, like I said, don't look great, but no Salah as well. And we've just seen as well that Axel Tuanzebe looks like he's injured. He's off, and I think he's going to be replaced by Marcus Rojo with Phil Jones coming onto the bench. Do you think that's going to make a big difference? Do you think that's a big blow for United?
I think it is a big blow. I think Tuanzebe coming at the back a lot more composed than Rojo, but Rojo was always fun to watch on a football pitch. And in games like this, where, to be honest, a tackle can change a game, put a bit of momentum into it, he might be the one to get that going and stuff. So hopefully,
you were sort of suggesting before the game that you thought it might still be a 4-4-2 rather than.
I mean, United laid it out with sort of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, and then Tuanzebe left back, and maybe Ashley Young as left wing, right wing, something like that. But I think just seeing United warm up there, they did set up.
It looked like it was those three centre backs.
Three centre halves. So I think they are going to go three at the back, which is, I'm happy to see a change because it's not been working 4-2-3-1 the last few weeks.
Well, a lot of people have been asking for a change in the formation, haven't they? Mostly people wanted the sort of one holding man or maybe even a 4-4-2. But I don't think, to be honest, without Pogba, I don't think you can play with a one holding man. I don't think you've got enough creativity. Yeah. Without doing that, but again, this looks like it's very defensive, isn't it? It is very defensive, but hopefully it'll allow, especially Wan-Bissaka, who does have that energy and the speed to get up and down more consistently than I think Young, who will kind of have to pick and choose his times to really push on.
They've just said there about who Young's going to face, and not quite sure who's going to be on the right hand side for.
As I mentioned before,
without Salah.
Mo Salah's not playing. I'm sure people know that by now, but
so it could be. It's either Mane or Origi, really.
And I think Mane's he's really stepped up in the last sort of 6 months. He's been brilliant.
And they'll probably leave him up the left-hand side doing what he's done best for the past few years, stepping in off that left wing.
Which, I mean, that's going to be
the problem.
It's going to be a big job for Wan-Bissaka there, isn't it? Could we change on the rolling bar at the bottom, could we change Tuanzebe to Rojo, please, just so we've got the right team? Obviously, the graphic takes a bit longer to change, so we'll leave that.
Of course.
Again, let us know your score predictions in the comments. A lot of people here saying Tuanzebe's injured. That's a huge blow. Obviously, we've just discussed it. I think it is probably quite a big blow. And not necessarily just for this game, but going forward. I think he's looked really good since he's been in. It's a shame for him.
He's probably been pushing if we were going to stick before at the back to take Lindelof's spot in the end. But it's sort of our season so far, isn't it? Injuries.
Speaking of injuries as well, and returning from injury, Martial's back on the bench.
Good to see.
Yeah, that is good to see. Probably United's most clinical finisher, probably the best finisher at the club.
To be honest, the first couple of games when he stepped in, the Chelsea game, he got a proper poacher's goal.
Which we haven't scored any goals like that since. No.
And then against Wolves, he scored a really good goal in the first half there. And since then, we haven't really looked threatening since that game. Really,
we've really lost all of our kind of spark in front of goal.
Martial back into the team. Looks like Pogba's back in maybe next week. I think he's close. So.
Yeah, it seems close. This Sean says 3-1 United. Martial to come on and bag a couple of late goals on the counter after a tight first half with Liverpool dominating the ball. I mean, you'd certainly take it, wouldn't you?
I'd take that right now.
We had Martial talking in midweek as well. I can't remember who the interview was with, but talking about how his favourite goal for United was that first goal that he scored.
So good. I mean,
it was a great goal.
People forget. I mean, it is one thing doing it on your debut, but the build up to that as well. Everyone was slagging him off, saying,
"Oh yeah," because no one had ever heard of him, had they?
Not really. No, he was very unknown in that Monaco team, and then to come in for so much money at the time was 50 million, but it was 50 million, and people were saying plus add-ons could go up to 80, 90 million or something. Didn't know who he was. To come on and do that with you. Probably 10 minutes in was unbelievable.
Although Liverpool were a slightly different proposition back then, weren't they? So
very much so, yeah.
Jacob saying, is it safe to play De Gea? Who knows? I would say if he's playing, he's all right.
Yeah, they should know better.
But then again, we saw with the Pogba coming back. Was it Rochdale?
Yeah, which was a strange one. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
came
coming
back and
played
the full 90 minutes.
The 90 minutes thing's that's an odd one.
Yeah, and then obviously he's been out for 3 weeks since.
Yeah, he played the Arsenal game, but hasn't really didn't recover. But hopefully he's had 2-3 weeks off now. Hopefully he comes back flying.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm excited. I'm really nervous. I hate this feeling before Liverpool games, especially because they're so, not as well because they just not even from a United perspective. Well, it is a United perspective as always, but I really want Liverpool to lose.
Yeah, because
not only is it they won't lose if they beat us, but we lose if they beat us.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds stupid, for them to go 8 points clear again, and for the the record of consecutive Premier League wins
games,
of 18. So
I mean, Pogba there, with just some footage of Pogba in the back there with a crutch.
How
close to playing can he be? He's got a crutch on.
It doesn't look.
That doesn't seem right.
No,
surely he should be walking without assistance if he's going to be playing next week. I thought he was going to be playing next week.
Seeing that picture yesterday, there was Fergie was at the training ground yesterday.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping Fergie did it. He used to be the best at this, saying no, he's out. I remember a Chelsea Champions League game. Rooney's out. He probably won't play for the rest of the season. Then next minute, he's starting. I was kind of hoping that was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought. Well, it kind of did happen with De Gea, I suppose, but
it's not really. It's not going to change Liverpool's tactics, though.
No,
is it?
That's true.
I was kind of hoping that, but no, he just doesn't look.
No,
obviously that's. Not
that's a bit of a strange. No, not strange. I suppose if he's injured, he's injured. But the suggestion was that he was maybe going to be available for this game, and then he's still on a crutch on a match day. Pretty scary stuff, really. Well, I'm very nervous.
I hopefully it's one of them tactics, form, all. Everyone says the cliches all goes out the window in these kind of games. Hopefully that's what happens.
Are we expecting United just to sit back and counter attack?
It's the only
any
way.
chance
really
of us holding the ball for long periods?
No,
not really.
I don't think that. Not with the personnel we've got in midfield. I think we're set up. I think James and Rashford will be as high as they possibly can to try and catch. Liverpool's probably only weakness is that they do attack with them full-backs go very high.
Yeah.
And if we can get them behind them.
As we kind of exploited, we were just talking on the pundits before as well, how under Mourinho, that 2-1 win that Rashford scored both goals in, we exploited their high-pressing full-backs, especially for the second goal. Obviously, Lukaku was a goal kick, wasn't it, for the first one? But I think that Trent's positioning generally defensively is maybe
that's his weakness.
That's
his biggest weakness in it. It's his 1v1's not too bad, but it's that
he can get caught.
But that's one of the things we've lost with the players that have seen go out. We've lost Lukaku, lost Fellaini, so we've lost that option of playing
aerial
playing for the flick on and things like that. It's just going to be a case of hopefully we can pick out that pass for Dan James and Rashford to run in behind. But
which is why it is so strange to get rid of all of those players,
and not replace someone somewhere. But
I don't think we should have kept any of them, but I think we just had to replace them and didn't. Because we only have one way of playing, and our players aren't good enough to play it.
And that's it. Like everyone said, well, Klopp and Guardiola, they don't have really a plan B. But at the same time, look at Liverpool's front three usually. Look at Klopp's Guardiola's front three.
Yeah. And also look at the subs as well. I mean, not Liverpool so much. They have an unbelievable injury record. They've second really string, well. Like you always see those things of like City's second team is probably better than United's first team.
But
Liverpool haven't got a second team.
No,
and yet they just haven't had any injuries for 2 years. How is it possible? What's going on?
I don't know. But Solskjaer mentioned this week. He said about Klopp's first year, the injury record they had was really bad.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it, doesn't it?
And maybe that is the thing that you've got to go through for the first 12 months.
Maybe.
Of it being the fitness and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, you see the rewards now where, like you said, Liverpool have played that 11. Maybe they've only subbed in probably 2 or 3. They've not rotated the front three at all.
No. I mean, I suppose Salah is injured now, so it's not like they've never had any injuries. But
the amount they're more contact injuries rather than...
Yeah, like Van Dijk, how long's he's been there? He hasn't He hasn't missed a game.
He's not, and
I think he maybe missed a couple. Actually, there was a point last season.
I was chatting to a City fan today. Pundits were saying like there's one thing calling out the Bulgarians, but this does happen in the UK. So
it happens everywhere. Yeah, I think we are better. It's less common in Britain than it is in maybe some other countries, but still, it's still a big issue, isn't it? Yeah. Are we playing Pereira behind a front two or on the right of a front three? I don't know. I think we're going to have to.
Soon see.
I think we're going to see a lot of transitions in defence and attack in terms of formation.
I'd like to see him sat in the number 10. I think go narrow in midfield. Try and get 4 players in amongst them. Try and get on to Fabinho, who's going to get on the ball.
Yeah,
that's my hope with what Pereira's going to do today, and then just leave them 2 up top and try and stretch them as much as we can.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm very nervous. We've got some food here. Went to McDonald's before the game.
Yes.
Have any of you lot got any beers? Got any food? What's your little pre-match ritual? Let us know in the comments.
It might be a bit more of a football talk today.
Yeah, they might talk about football. We are going to talk about food and stuff a bit more. I'm almost too nervous to speak about anything. Yeah. I just before big games like this, I just get so scared. But I mean, not too nervous to eat. Obviously, no. Mane versus Rojo and Young. My God.
No, it'll be on the other wing. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be Fred and Wan-Bissaka instead.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah. Could we just get a little touch more volume on this? Obviously, not as loud as it was before, but just so we can hear it a bit. Odds for Rojo getting sent off. I'd give you 8-1 on that.
I'd definitely put a bet on that.
Yeah, probably.
Yellow cards. I don't even think you get better than 2-1 for that.
No. Oh, yellow card. It's almost certain, isn't it?
It's almost a given. But.
What do you think to the bench then? It's a stronger bench than we've had for the last few weeks, isn't it?
Greenwood and Martial, actually, we've got something to change.
We've got 2 attacks. Which is good. Greenwood, Martial and Mata. And Garner as well on there.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got any chance of coming on, or do you think it's just
I think
nice for him to get this big match experience?
I think to be in the squad's great, but I just don't think it's not the game you're going to throw him into today. No. If he's not risked him against Astana and trying to get into that, I don't think he's going to put him into
Unless we're 4-0 up after 60 minutes,
Could happen.
Manuel says, why is Mane on the bench? He isn't on the bench.
No.
Oh, was he sat on the bench then? Maybe. I don't think he was. He's playing. It's kind of what you'd expect. That back four's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
People raving about Matip all so far.
I think it's one of those. I think Van Dijk raises the game of people around him. I think that's what...
It's like the opposite of what United have at the moment.
I think that's
under Ferguson, people... You buy players in, and everyone gets better. Then everyone sort of matches their surroundings a little bit.
I think you've seen it a lot with. I think you've seen it with the England game this week. I think Jordan Henderson isn't that good of a footballer. No. You've seen that when he's asked to be the main man for England, almost.
Yeah.
But when he's put in the midfield, when he's got players like Wijnaldum and Fabinho with him, I think he's a good. He fits into that system well. But I don't think he's someone that you can rely on in the same way that Matip, if he was on his own. You saw when he first came in, he wasn't that good.
No.
But now, put Van Dijk alongside him, and he shows his quality.
United's last 6 fixtures there, just 1 win in the last 6. Obviously, it's slightly difficult because Rochdale goes down as a draw, but technically we won the game.
Yeah, we got through that.
AZ Alkmaar as well.
I don't remember anything from that game. It was that boring.
As we kick off here, I'm hoping for a big game for McTominay today. I think he's got a lot of work to do. He looks like he's already... He's going to be looking at that sort of Firmino relationship there, isn't he?
Well, Firmino drops in all the time there and tries to pick the ball, so it's going to be big for...
Dan James on the right early on as well, which is...
Yeah, I think it looks like we've got 2 up top almost, probably wide forwards, you'd say.
Yeah. Seeing as Liverpool hacked at Rashford last time, I think Rojo should take out Firmino, see if we can tap and win the title. I don't think you should purposely try and injure players, but they were pretty rough with like I said, with Rashford last year. An injury which he doesn't even seem to have fully recovered from yet.
He's still. You all right there, mate?
Producer Cam having a sneezing fit in the background there. Good start, good aggressive start there. Good pressing from United. McTominay winning the ball back, and a sloppy ball from Pereira to Wan-Bissaka that he couldn't quite get on. Really, really high pressing there. I think one thing that the 5 at the back allows you to do that. Very high pressing, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if you look at our squad now, we've probably got, with Maguire in there to control that mid, we've got a lot of good centre halves there now.
Yeah.
So I think
I think our first choice defence is one of the best in the league. I would say probably the 3rd best in the league.
I think the one thing, my only worry with this system is having Young at left wing back and then having Wan-Bissaka at right wing back means that you've not really got
Rashford looking dangerous, coming in off the left.
Ooh.
Fabinho there. Yeah, and I think as well it's a nice idea that this Origi and
Lindelof done well there.
He did well there.
So that's one thing you don't worry about with Lindelof. I think the ball over the top and winning a header, that's where you worry. But that kind of situation, he's probably one of the best in the league at that.
Yeah, he is good at that. I think this is probably a direct sort of counter to just how much ball the Liverpool fullbacks have. So we're allowing Young and Wan-Bissaka to push high to stop those attacks before they happen, as we just saw before with Wan-Bissaka.
This is where I'm worried. Is just
me too.
Playing the ball on the back. We've just not got someone in midfield that you're comfortable passing it to at the minute.
As we're giving the ball away there to Mane on the right hand side, right near the corner flag.
He is on the right hand side.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a difficult game for anyone, especially Rojo, who's just been dropped into a first team that he wasn't expecting to be in about 10 minutes ago.
And probably 3 months ago, he wasn't expecting to be in the squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Being United all together.
In sort of an accidental 1-2 by McTominay to Robertson there.
But Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, just
we've missed him. I mean, we've missed him massively the last few days, the last few games.
Yeah, it's good to have him back. His hair's looking long, isn't it? Usually has it tied up. It's very nice. Yeah, I do. Of course, you know that. I wonder. Pereira's position in the squad is always a strange one, isn't it? Like, what does he do? And I hate to say that, but what do you like? What do you see from him? I
don't know. I think
see in him.
We've talked a lot about his decision making over the past few weeks. I don't think it's the best. I think he's one of the players that he's been at the club for a long time now. I think, and everyone's been wanting to see him in the first team, but you want to see him brought into a midfield that's got a bit of quality about it,
healthy,
and not been asked to be the main man, which I think he kind of has been. And also been playing right wing a lot this season, which is
certainly not
not his strongest position.
No,
I wouldn't say. I don't think the 4-2-3-1 is probably a system that sets up for him. I think he wants. I think he'd probably do well if they did the 4-3-3 they did last year, playing in a similar role to maybe what Pogba was doing, but not the 4-2-3-1.
I think there's a better chance there. There's less pressure on each sort of.
It's been a bit scrappy so far, hasn't it?
It has, but
which is what, to be honest, is what we want. It's not like we don't want a free flowing football.
No, my only worry is we're actually keeping. That was a nice ball. Putting Wan-Bissaka 1-on-1 with Robertson here. James back to Wan-Bissaka.
After his concussion.
That's Pereira in there, so I think he must be playing as a sort of a number 10 almost. Pereira. It's a good ball around the corner to James, playing it inside. So nice playing. United are having some of the ball early on. Oh, that's a bit of a soft pass there from McTominay, but they're giving the ball away. Good pressing again from United. Playing a lot down the right hand side so far. Pereira coming out. We know he's got a good cross in him.
Ashley Young.
What's he doing there?
He's
playing left back. We've got Ashley Young and Wan-Bissaka both playing on the right, apparently. As United.
Ashley Young's been given the free roll today by the looks of it.
Yeah, apparently.
Can, mate. Yeah.
Just could play on the left, play on the right, whatever.
Cam, this screen is it's going off and on just to...
It's a bit of a flickery one.
Flickery, that's all. Don't rush up and try and fix
madness.
it. Don't worry.
Rojo was just at left wing. Yeah, I know. We don't know what's going on either.
Rojo at left wing.
Young and Wan-Bissaka playing at right back. Rojo playing left wing and centre back.
Yeah.
It's madness. It's exciting, though.
10 times better, mate. It's a good start, to be honest.
It has been a good start. I was worried that we'd look completely overawed immediately, as sometimes can happen with
People
Liverpool.
have said, like, the one thing with Liverpool is they have been so much better than us this season. They've been so much better than anyone. They're 8 points clear of City. So they have been so much better than everyone. But again, this is kind of, they have to come out here and they have to do it. Can they hold a bit of nerve, which they didn't do last season?
No, they didn't. And
United were on a better run of form, obviously, at the start of that game last season, but we had them injuries, and then they didn't capitalise that on in the second half at all.
And before the international break as well, Liverpool didn't look great against Sheffield United. And was it Newcastle they played against as well?
Yeah, it's been a weird one all season. I think everyone's kind of said that Liverpool have looked a bit shakier this year than they did last year, but they've just been winning games, which at some point wins you. That's what wins titles, really. But
Matic there putting in quite a heavy challenge on Rashford, like you said in the comments there before, as they did last year. I think that maybe their sort of idea is that if you put pressure on him, if you give him a kick, you can soften him up a bit, Rashford, and he'll be a bit quiet. But really ran through the back of him there. Yeah. Rojo's really sloppy. He can be, yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He is, and that's probably his biggest problem, because as a defender, he's not the worst footballer around.
Good switch out from Rashford up to Wan-Bissaka there, putting the ball back into the box and cleared away by Matip.
That's just where that's the one thing he's got to improve on.
Again, good pressing from Fred there. Firmino with a sort of a heavy touch in the middle of the park, and Fred won the ball back, and United playing out again from the back. They've started well, United.
Yeah.
And Liverpool don't look...
They don't look comfortable, which is...
all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, all you can ask for in this kind of game.
I always say this with big games. United need to score one of their first 2 chances. If we get 2 chances and miss them both...
Yeah, that's where... If they settle into it...
We have to score one of the first 2 chances we create to have any chance, because we're not going to make many. And I think as the game goes on, this initial intensity that United are showing will slow a little bit, and they're going to have the majority of the ball. So I think we need to really capitalise on this at the moment.
Wan-Bissaka's got as most teams have done this season. They've kind of left him off. That's a good ball.
Again, another ball into the box there. Wan-Bissaka playing the ball through the lines into Pereira, and Pereira swinging a ball into the box.
It was a good ball, but...
And Rashford's 5 yards behind the centre-back, who's clearing it easily. Why is he stood at the back post?
One thing, like I said, everyone said that striker's instincts have run across that man.
But surely he must have heard people saying that. He must know that, get to the near post, get to the near post. He never gets to the near post.
No. I don't know. I think you've seen it for England the other week. I think he is better coming in off that left-hand side, or as a 2, and having someone else that'll do that job for him.
Yeah. I'm still not entirely sure what formation United are playing, really.
I think it's 3 at the back.
Yeah.
And then it's...
3 at the back, 5 at the back, yeah.
I think that front 3 of Pereira, Rashford and Dan James is kind of floating around a bit, I think. Just
yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? We've got,
it looks like a different idea, though, which is what everyone's been crying out for.
And so far, so good.
Yeah.
As Pereira whips the ball into the box here. Oh, it's dangerous, that. It was cleared by the man at the near post, which doesn't sound great, but it was a good cross. And Pereira just fouls. I don't know who it was who fouled. Was it Henderson? Origi. It's a decent ball in. It was a real slide tackle to get the ball away, but maybe not actually as good as it looked at first glance.
So one thing we've got with him, we have had a lot more of the ball than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
We have.
Firmino's running into the box here. Oh, and he skies it about 40 yards over the net. You don't mind seeing that. We have a lot more ball than we expected.
Just switch off from the counter-attack, because they are still very good at that. That's what...
Well, that's the problem.
Maybe not as good without Salah, but still.
Yeah.
Mane's not bad, is he?
No. And you have a lot of ball against them. They're good defensively. They soak up pressure well. And then they can counter-attack as well as anyone, can't they? So they won't mind not having the ball against United either.
What have we got there from Jay Hubbard? Afraid to play an early ball into the box. Line up not to lose. I wish Ollie would say screw it and give it a go, but I guess this is the new... I don't think I agree with that. No, I think today you're playing the best team in the country. To line up today after you've had the run of results you're on, to not lose is probably not the worst thing to do.
No,
and he's lined up in such a way that how they're going to get in behind.
They've started better than Liverpool,
and they've started better.
So you can say all you want that we've lined up not to lose. We're having more of the ball. We're having more of the chances. And
I think the only way you're going to set up in a 4-3-3 to win is when you've got Pogba in the team. And if you've not got him in the team, I think doing that is just suicide.
We haven't got the midfield for
You've not got the players to do that. So I think if we were going to get anything out of today, this is the best way of
And also,
doing it.
Unfortunately, to have to say it, we aren't the Man United that can play how we want and beat teams anymore. We're not good enough for that. Our players aren't good enough for that. They're not confident enough for that. We haven't been good enough to do that for years.
No.
If you want any chance of beating these top teams, you have to have ideas and specific plans to do that. You can't just play the United way regardless of who you're playing against.
It's that decision making again.
That?
Pereira breaking through. Simple.
40 yards out.
He's got Wan-Bissaka overlapping.
Pass the ball, man. Good, lovely play from James. A little back heel around the corner past Van Dijk, past Matip. Sorry, it just hits it from 40 yards out.
Going back to this setting up not to lose. It happened under Mourinho as well. Everyone slagged him off for what he was doing and how he was sitting back with those players. But he did a game like, I think the Spurs game early on last season, where he just kind of went for it. We got beat 3-0, and everyone slagged him off for getting battered by, you can only work with what you've got.
You have to appreciate the quality of the players that we have, and it's not particularly high. Oh, get your leg out of the way then. Sorry. Van Dijk stood up with his hands like that, with his leg through between Andreas' legs and body as he's trying to stand up. You're like, it's not your leg, it's not your arms that we think you're kicking him with. Move your leg.
Pereira has the decision making of a toddler. Howson, 100% accurate. He's bang on.
He does a little bit, doesn't he? He just likes shooting.
It does.
Which
is fine when you're... It's fine your local five-a-side.
Yeah, but there is a temptation to hit the ball.
Not in the Premier League.
Especially... Oh, that's a good turn there by Wijnaldum. He's gone past McTominay and Fred. Gets a shot away straight into De Gea.
He steps up. Because everyone slagged him off. Spent 30 million in from Newcastle. And he's just... Last couple of seasons looked...
I'll tell you something that...
very good.
With Liverpool... They seem to do. They've had a really good mixture of transfers that have made an immediate impact, like Van Dijk, like Salah, like Mane.
Yeah.
And then these other transfers that have taken 2 years to get any, like Fabinho.
I've seen a long
something
time yesterday about
Wijnaldum again.
I think when Klopp first took over, the starting 11 for that day, and Liverpool have, I think it's only Jordan Henderson left in that team.
Exactly.
Everyone else is a completely different player. So.
And like Matip as well. He's been there for 2 years. And he's been rubbish for half of it. All of a sudden, he's one of the best defenders in the world. What's going on? Their transfers have been really good under Klopp, haven't they? His first season wasn't great.
But it's just he's had the idea of how to do it. He knew the players he needed. Yeah. And they've just slowly built up to put this team together.
Yeah.
Rather than signing Alexis Sanchez. But
on the bright side, no Mato or Matic has me excited. Yeah, I suppose it's a younger, more.
Yeah, I thought Matic was probably a cert to start in this kind of game, but yeah, I'm happy.
Is he on the bench, Matic?
Is he? I don't know actually.
I'm not sure to be honest.
Producer Cam, is Matic on the bench? Thanks, mate.
I suppose I've got a laptop here. I could just check. Let's just check. Origi on the ball, 1-on-1 with Wan-Bissaka, gets the ball in. And Lindelof just stabs it up in the air, and De Gea can catch that one. I'm not sure if that's Matic. Let's search for Matic. Right, I'm not getting anything here.
No.
Wan-Bissaka again. Last few minutes, maybe United not had quite so much of the ball, have they? After a good start, but not too dangerous.
Sort of settled in. No real chances for either team.
No, not really.
And it was a bit
of a brash
speculative one.
Who was that, Maguire?
Yeah.
What do you make of these feeling comments then about he didn't want to show United footage of Liverpool because they'd be too scared?
I've seen that today. I was like, that is worrying.
Is that a joke?
It has to be, surely. Someone said it may be a little bit out of context of what it is, but
maybe. It still seems a bit weak, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a way of coming out and saying what they've probably done is they said you need to stick to your game plan today.
Yeah, that's
how you're going to beat this team, rather than look at these three coming at us.
Yeah,
Robertson here.
Is that Matip? That's Wijnaldum, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. Now I'm hungry. Sorry, mate. We were hungry, so we went to McDonald's before kickoff. We were trying to slowly get through it without speaking with a mouthful of food as often as possible, but obviously it's
two of us here today.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everyone else has gone to the game. So.
Yeah, everyone's gone to the game, so there's only two of
us.
us. But you know what? I think so far so good. I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have you here. Someone I can be scared alongside. I'm absolutely terrified. I hate when Liverpool get the ball is the bit I don't like. I love it when United have the ball, but then Liverpool get it. Hate it. Rashford there trying to go past Robertson, cuts him out quite easily.
He's looked a bit more confident today, Rashford.
Yeah.
After that England game, because the last few weeks it was kind of, if I wasn't getting the ball, shoulders dropped straight away.
Yeah. It's good to see him getting a goal from open play as well. Go on, sorry.
Goal from open play, and looks like he wants to go past people. I think playing against Bulgaria, who were, as I think you said in the podcast, were dreadful.
Absolutely
and just
terrible.
Didn't care whatsoever.
One of the worst performances from a professional team I've ever seen. They weren't trying at all.
No. Which I think that situation made that as well, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, about going past people, it's hard to go past players as a striker.
It is, and you're not going to do it every time, but I think Rashford had got to the point where he was playing the safe ball a little bit too often.
Well, that's what I mean. It wasn't as a winger, he can do that more. Pereira gets in the ball.
And another.
Pereira with
It just needs to...
let's say low percentage back heel.
Back heel into no one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think playing on the left-hand side, that allows him to go past players more easily. There's more space, there's more chance to do that, which I think suits his game a lot. As United win the ball back in the middle again there, but...
Ooh, foul from Fred there.
Fred clattering Fabinho, but they're playing their advantage as Mane one-on-one with Rojo at sort of the edge of the 18-yard box. Stood him up quite well, actually. He's got a tackle in, but Mane's still got the ball.
Done well so far.
Yeah, he has done well. Well, he did very well, actually. Well done, Rojo.
Yeah, pushed them all the way back. Liverpool
always scares me when he's near the ball, but he did all right.
I don't want to jinx this, but so far, defensively look well.
What have you said that for?
I know.
They just conceded 2 goals by saying that. And defensively, we look great.
We look great, yeah.
No mistakes.
No chance of this.
We're going to win. Pereira again with the decision making. It's so frustrating. It is quite frustrating, isn't it? I think would if you were bringing Pogba into this team, would you just go for a straight swap with Pereira? Would you?
I don't think with Pogba in this. I don't think he would probably fit into this system. I think he probably, if he was, he'd probably play where Fred is. I think he'd still have him there
and still have Pereira playing.
Sadly, yeah. I think if anything, what would probably happen is maybe Rashford probably play the role that Pereira's playing, and Martial would come in.
Potentially.
I think that's probably his strongest way of playing the system.
Yeah,
and hopefully, Luke Shaw maybe at left wing back would be a definite upgrade on.
And I think personally that Lingard would be an upgrade on Pereira.
Big time. I think in this kind of game where you're not going to have a lot of the ball and going to do some pressing, I think that is.
Whoa.
Done well eventually. The dodgy.
Young did all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this type of game with the high pressing and
I think that's where Lingard gets so much stick. I think for games like this, he'd be perfect. He's perfect for these kind of games.
Yeah, he is.
Just for the hard work, and to be fair to him,
we are sponsored by McDonald's today. Not officially, they're not paying us, and we haven't had any contact with them, but we're putting this out as like a tester.
Tweet them for us and see what they can do.
So if they like what we're doing with this, they might give us some money. Rashford tries to play the ball directly through Matip there to Dan James. He passed that like Matip wasn't there, didn't he? And he was, so he just cut it out. Getting a lot of stream spamming in the comments there, Cam, if you want to do your job, mate. Using the system, using Pogba instead of Pereira and Axel for Rojo, this could be our strongest system. I think certainly against the better teams, when we really rely on that counter press, I think it could be our strongest system.
I definitely think so. But I was saying, like, Lingard gets some stick, but the big games you need players like that are going to do the jobs. And like everyone slags him off, but think of the goals he's scored against big teams. You know, he loves a goal against Arsenal. Mm-hmm. He scored in FA Cup final.
At Wembley 2 or 3 times.
League Cup final, I believe, as well. And in Community Shield. So
good high press defending there from Maguire, setting Rashford free, and Van Dijk's on his arse. Get on your arse! Pereira, come on, mate, do this.
He's deflected, though.
Pereira, every time Pereira gets the ball, it ends up with us not having the ball anymore.
It's just like, calm down.
This was nice, though.
Bit.
Rashford putting Van Dijk on the deck. You don't mind seeing that, do you?
No.
Oh, why didn't you just play it to Dan James? It's looking good, though. United are playing well.
Looking better. Here we go.
Set-piece goal scored. Fewest since March the 1st. 0 for Man United. Worst in the league by 3. We're top of the table, lads. The worst set-piece takers in the league table.
We're great.
I'm getting excited now. Rashford putting Van Dijk on his arse. I can't wait to see the gifs of that later. Ball in the box. Alisson with a sort of punch to the edge of the box, and Wijnaldum kicking the ball straight in the air.
But wins the second ball.
That was Mane, I think, actually. And now Liverpool can counter-attack. Or not.
Done well there.
Yeah.
Get him.
That was weird, wasn't it? It looked like they were going to counter-attack, and then Trent was like, just stay with the ball in there off.
Let's have a go. Sweet chili dip, see what goes on.
Oh, go on, get on that. What you got there, then?
We've got some cheese bites and some chicken selects.
That's cheese bites and chicken selects.
A lot crunchier than I thought they were going to be.
Are they?
Yeah, which isn't really for a mic next to my face.
You got some couple of gobstoppers in your bag there as well to crunch through them afterwards. Bit of popcorn. Is it Robertson? Is that Robertson?
That's it.
Mane fouling Fred. Who was that on the right hand side there? It can't have been Robertson.
I think it was.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Very strange. It's like Young on the left, Young on the right as well.
Everyone's all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is as good as we can hope for, really. Everyone.
Yeah, carnage.
Yeah. Which is what Rojo thrives upon.
Let's trade Mane for Rojo. Yeah, good idea. You sort that one out.
Yeah.
And then we'll present it to Ed Woodward.
I reckon that
get it done. McDonald's safe to come out now. Howson's not there. Why is he not a fan of McDonald's?
Oh, he is.
NH28.
He loves it.
Or do you think? You mean he's going to nick our McDonald's off us?
Which, yeah.
Yeah, that's more likely. Yeah.
I think he's got his Pizza Express closed down now.
He's got his. Oh, he'll be fuming. Is it closed down? Let us know in the comments. It says Pizza Express closed down.
Something's happened to Pizza Express.
Not yet. We're hearing not yet from the gallery. Clip that scream. Don't clip that scream, please. Rashford just
already on it, I reckon.
Sons Van Dijk. He did him, didn't he? I loved it.
It's good.
I'm going to go on Twitter already and see if anyone's put that up as a little Rashford. Tell me what's happening in the game.
No. Let's have a look at some memes instead.
Rashford Van Dijk. Is it JK? Isn't it?
That's the one.
Come on, latest. Rashford out here bullying Van Dijk. You love it. It's great. We're still 0-0. We're still terrible, but these are the sort of things that will get you through a season. Gifts of Rashford putting Van Dijk on the floor. Because it's going to be a tough season no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's a poor touch by Danny James.
Dan James up against Van Dijk's a tough one.
It is a tough one, isn't it?
He's not exactly going to...
There's no Marcus Rashford, is he? Let's face it.
No.
Oh my God. I didn't like seeing that. I just saw a kid get kicked in the face. Right, don't go on Twitter, everyone. It's horrible.
No, it's a horrible place.
You just search Rashford Van Dijk and some kid gets kicked in the head on a playground. Disgusting. Stop saying get Mane injured. Stop wishing pain on other people. It's not very nice. Ah!
Shot on target there.
Today.
You really went for that then. It was like...
Would like to see Garner come on for Pereira and move Fred forward instead. Yeah, that could be an option. I think later on.
It's not going to... I'd love to, but it's not going to happen.
I think in terms of a potential squad, that's a decent option. But I don't think this game is the right game for it. I think United generally... Ferguson used to do this as well, where for a couple of games, when you're bringing through a youth player, you just have them in the matchday squad and you put them on the bench with no intention of playing them, just to sort of get them used to what it's like being in the...
For some reason we are 3 or 4-0, which hasn't happened yet this year, that's when...
Well, happened against Chelsea, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't see it happening here.
No.
How good would that be? Jesus. One of those where you score a goal and then 2 minutes later you score another one, like we did against Chelsea. That's the best feeling in football, that. Pereira, come on, keep the ball, lad. Well done. McTominay striding through the midfield here. Good run by McTominay. As a shot. Unlucky, lad. Unlucky. Go on, Scotty! Oh, God.
It's good, isn't it? I like McTominay. I think if you put another couple of midfielders around him that have got a bit of quality, I do think he's potential for starting.
Yeah, I think he's got I think he's got a lot of good qualities.
I think he would get in this team. I think he's as good as Jordan Henderson.
Yeah, I think Henderson's like you said, he's a product, and his form is a product of playing in a really good team, which I think someone like McTominay would also thrive in. 3-5-2 looking strong right now. Yeah, I agree. Looking good. Scary thing with Liverpool is though, as we alluded to before, they can look kind of average as they have done so far, pretty ordinary. And they still get it done. They still get the win. They've got so many players like Mane, Firmino, and maybe not Origi as much, although he is capable of some good things.
Like you said before, when you've got a bit of...
Great turn by Rashford into the box. Pulls it back. Oh, Rashford, he kicked against his own foot. Really good turn of pace from Rashford there, though, getting in the box. Right to the touchline.
We're getting him behind here.
Yeah, we are. Who is that? Matip? See there, Matip just gets absolutely rinsed. Oh, he's trying to pull the ball back and... Dan James is behind it at centre-back, in fairness, to Rashford. That's a foul there on Rojo, surely.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Liverpool look a bit rattled, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
We need to capitalise on this.
Yeah, like you said, you have, when you're on top in these kind of games, especially when we've been as poor as we have to score.
Yeah, we do. Anything on 25 minutes? I don't know what we did so far. Some opinions from Twitter then. People saying the game's dull. I wouldn't agree with that. Both teams shocking. I don't think that's fair at all.
I don't think it's the highest quality game, but
yeah, nor the highest quality pundits that I was just quoting either, to be fair. Just people on Twitter.
Yeah. But again, it's what United needed to do to make it scrappy. And
well, so far it kind of reminds me of the Arsenal game where everyone was expecting us to get hammered, and the game starts, and we've thwarted what is a better team than us.
To be honest, I think
so far
we've had more. I think we still had more of the ball than expected. I thought,
definitely.
Even with this setup, even with pressing them, I thought Liverpool would pass it around a bit better.
Yeah.
But again, I think people get confused with Liverpool. They are a team that are similar to what United are trying to do, which is press and counter-attack on teams rather than having 90% of the ball like City do.
Good play there from Pereira out to Wan-Bissaka. Give him some credit when he deserves it. Wan-Bissaka's out from Liverpool's goal. Really high press. And won the ball back off Firmino really well. As it chipped the ball up to Rashford, who contests it with Alisson. And he plucks the ball out of the air quite comfortably, really. Well, let's have a look again at this cross. That's what Maguire does for United as well, isn't it? Those crosses come in and they just jog to the ball, kick it away, easy. Steve Dalglish saying thoughts on James as an attacking wing back. When Martial's fully fit. I think in theory it could work. Obviously, we've seen him as a winger. Well, I mean, that's what he plays as a winger. So, but I don't know.
I think wing backs it's a completely different job. I
don't think he's defensively equipped for that.
No, I think leave him up there, leave him pressing like he does.
Yeah. Then again, we've seen a lot. Under Conte at Chelsea, we saw Victor Moses turn into a sort of a wing back, didn't we?
Yeah,
and he played pretty well.
Fallen off the face of the earth since then.
Yeah, where is he?
Chelsea fan, where's Victor?
If anyone's seen Victor Moses in the last 2 years, he's on loan at some Turkish side apparently. Cheers for that, great insight, mate. This is good, but we have to take our chances. Yeah, exactly.
Take chances.
It's on loan at Fenerbahce, for those wondering where
Victor Moses is.
Yeah, we do need to take our chances. The thing is, actually, we haven't made
nothing clear
any great chances yet. It's that sort of pre-chance. As Liverpool have won the ball high up and can do their little counter-attack now, this is the danger for United. Ball in, headed away by Maguire. And fully away by Rojo there.
Oh, elbows there.
Ashley Young catching elbows.
I think he's given offside.
Oh, was he? That's one good thing about Young. He will go down easily. So if he gets it up, is it Henderson? Nah, it's just an arm over the mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which isn't always a bad thing. I don't think there's any malicious intent there at all.
As much as I'd love to say there was.
So is it a free kick or is it a...
Yeah, it's a free kick.
Okay. Good.
Henderson, honestly, a clown.
He's weird,
Agree with you there.
He's sort of 5 out of 10 at everything.
Yeah, he's
just spread all of his stats over completely evenly so that he's not particularly good at any one thing, but he looks kind of good.
I think he's one of those players that does a job, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's someone that you could put into... I said, don't think you put him into a team and let him run a game, but have him fill in positions and be a captain almost.
Yeah.
Tomine flying in there.
It's like a slightly more mobile James Milner, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kind of, a lot of heart, a lot of energy, good sort of stamina.
And you need players like that in your squad.
Definitely.
We've got a bit too many of them without the...
Yeah, without the
qualities, yeah. Good ball.
Brilliant ball in Pereira here. He's offside. Freaking frickers. Who made that pass?
That was Ashley Young to Pereira.
What an absolute combo that is. That's the two that everyone in the world wants, isn't it? Barcelona after them too.
So far offside though.
We said before about not eating at the same time and we've done it.
Yeah.
It was always going to happen, wasn't it?
Let's wait till there was a lull in the game.
Would Howson give Ashley Young an elbow? You know what? I don't think he would.
Absolutely.
Do you think he would?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if he met him and he had a chat with him, they'd be all right with each other. I think they'd be good mates.
I don't know. I think he really, really hates him, like with a passion.
Yeah.
And it is, for as much as I don't think, I mean, he's a very, very poor footballer, but you can't, like I said, he's still getting in the team.
Yeah,
so there's a reason why.
It's not his fault, it's shit, is it? And actually, do you know what? He's been good today.
He's done all right
You know what, mate? He's been good today. He's been all right.
Clip that, send it to Howson.
Yeah.
Do you know
Ashley
what?
Young has been quite good.
He's brilliant.
For the first 32 minutes.
Yeah.
He's kept the ball well. He's defended nicely. Made some good passes.
Offside.
Dan James is offside there.
We've got to try not on ball them. I'm trying to get him behind.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to exploit that space in behind the Liverpool fullbacks, I think. Especially
and they keep playing long balls up to Mane, which up against Maguire, he's not going to get much joy there. Rashford,
Yeah, Rashford on the touchline. 1-on-1 with Matip, who has done him again.
We can have that, right?
That's two that Matip.
How is that not a foul?
Put on the floor.
He should just go down there, Rashford.
Yeah, he's grabbed him. Jubba Hubbard, great name.
Great name.
Says, for all the deficiencies in Rojo and Andreas' game, I really love the angry bite they bring to the side when they are on the field. Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, and that's one thing you
for that, especially in a game like this.
You can't knock Ashley Young. He's been there for, I think Fergie brought him in for his last year, second to last year. Yeah. So he's been there for a while now. And
he's nearly getting a testimonial. I think Steele lose his mind if that happens.
He's got to go, hasn't he? That's got to be a
he'll get one,
feature-length video.
Oh,
Howson goes to Young's testimonial.
All right, this is dangerous. Mane counter-attacking here. Liverpool streaming forward. Firmino on the edge of the box. Soft shot. Oh, that was dangerous though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the first.
That's the first real chance.
So high there.
Rojo was nowhere near him there, was he? I don't know what happened there. We need to see that again.
Andreas running back. It's not even.
Oh, it's not. Where's Rojo?
It's not even Rojo. He's still.
What's he doing? Yeah, he just tried to sort of glance it into the kind of play it in across the goalkeeper, but just don't get enough power on it. As United can counter-attack here, but
Pereira.
It's a poor ball from James to Pereira, really.
He's done well, though.
I mean, Matip hasn't looked much today, has he?
No.
I know, as good as he was meant to be.
At the game. Van Dijk makes him look a lot better than he actually is.
Like when he's got 1-on-1 with Rashford, twice he's done him. Yeah. And there again, he just bobbling the ball over his feet. I know, obviously, centre-backs are not going to be perfect on the ball, but I think he's been pretty average so far.
He was player of the month or something last year?
Was it?
Last month for the Premier League, so he should be.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka there. Well. Controlling the ball sort of over his shoulder almost, the back heel.
Oh, slow on the ball again.
Taking too long on the ball. I love McTominay, no fear in any game. Yeah, that's one thing actually about him. Ever since he came in, he's never looked like he's scared of any situation. He's been put into quite a few big matches and tough tests, and he's always looked like he's taking it in his stride. Henderson chipping the ball into Firmino at the back post.
Great save.
Great save by De Gea.
Offside,
he's offside as well. Couple of chances last few minutes, innit?
Yeah. Liverpool we're leaving a few more spaces, aren't we?
See there, Henderson's got no one within sort of 5 yards of him and allows him to make an easy pass there.
Rojo's all over the place there as well.
Yeah, his positioning's not ideal, is it? As we sort of knew already with Rojo, I suppose. Someone's just put that, and that scares me. People saying that Rashford scored. I can't pretend that I hadn't seen that.
No, I can't pretend that I've not seen that.
So let's see if that happens. James, ball in. Yes, get in! Come on, lad. Get in. Great cross by James. Rashford again at the back post. Not getting to the front post, but this time the cross was good enough.
You ruined it, mate.
This time the cross was good enough that he could knock it in.
Hang on, what are they complaining about here? I don't care. Fucking get in.
They're complaining about something. Are they VAR in it? They're not VAR in it, are they? What's the protest for?
I'm going to eat some celebratory chicken.
Go on, get that chicken in you, lad. Foul by Lindelof they're wanting. On Origi. Is it? How far back can they go?
They can check this. If it's in the phase of play.
Nah, he's not. No, he has touched him. That's a foul, isn't it? That's a foul.
That's too easy. You can't give that.
Don't give that.
Don't give that. Don't.
That's a brilliant little run actually from Rashford. He does a half run to the near post.
He does what we've been crying
Nah,
out.
that's
too
foul.
soft.
That's not a foul.
Way too soft.
In full time, there's not enough on that. Please don't fucking overrule it. Great cross by James again. Oh no, they're checking it. The VAR on it, please.
No, that's too soft. Surely to God, that's too. There's contact, but
the VAR in for a Lindelof foul potentially on Origi. By the way, if you're
what they're saying, it's definitely in the same phase of play. That's the other argument. So that's
no, there's no arguments about that. It's just whether it's a foul.
So
I don't
soft.
think it's a foul. There is contact, but I don't think that's a foul for me. I think he's looking for it and it goes over too easily.
It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Is it a goal? Is it a goal?
Point to the middle or something.
Get in. It is a goal.
It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. Is it a goal?
Fucking quality.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Part of the bus.
Oh my God. That was really... See, we've been talking about that back post, that near post run from Rashford.
Yeah, needed it.
But what he did there, he did a dummy to the near post, and Matip sort of turned away from him.
It's what we needed.
And then he drew back to the back post and just passed the ball in. Brilliant. Brilliant ball from James. Brilliant finish by Rashford. 1-0 United.
I went Rashford first goal scorer.
Did you?
For... I bet that's very much gone now. But I did go...
It's very much gone.
It was like pick 4...
Goal stands.
The top goal scorers for 4 games, and
yeah, I
had Tammy Abraham to score for Chelsea, and it was Marcus Alonso, so that was that done.
That's game over. That's going to be an issue, isn't it? People commenting goals before they go in, but we just have to.
But they do.
We just have to deal with that.
We have to deal with that.
We can ignore it if you want, but in a game as big as this, it's hard to pretend that you haven't seen that. If it's against Astana and we're 4-0 up, I'll ignore it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of hard to do that. I didn't have to tell Alex, but he would have seen it. That dummy run by Rashford, what a run exactly, yeah, just as we said then. It was a good use of...
It's a soft... I mean, it's soft, isn't it? Nah.
I don't think it is a foul. I think
Liverpool have due a bad decision. Liverpool have been due a bad decision, so...
I'm trying to listen just to what the commentators are saying about the decision, because obviously they get some kind of...
But it's one thing about VAR. You've seen it all the way through. They've not actually... reversed a referee's decision yet. So they've not said, if a referee said play on and they brought it back, they've not reversed it. Or if he's given a penalty, they've said penalty stood every single time, even when it's...
There's been a lot of that.
There's been a lot of that.
Yeah.
Which is the whole point of VAR.
Yeah.
Is that it's meant to correct those decisions.
That is a foul.
That's one of the differences in the Premier League one compared to what it was in the World Cup, I think.
Mohamed Katende, live from Uganda. Nice one, mate. Nice one. You got the game on? Where are you? Whereabouts in Uganda are you?
What's the time difference here, Uganda?
I don't know. It's probably, 2-3 hours ahead? Yeah, it won't be too far. It's ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, it is ahead.
It's east of us. Yeah. Very cool. That's cool getting someone from Uganda watching. Let us know where you're from as well. If you're from anywhere further from Britain than Uganda, let us know. We often have people, Australians watching as well.
Australia, America.
Yeah.
Usually that.
Origi goes down too easy. Yeah, I agree. I think that's basically what the referee thought as well. Ball into the box again. Again, we're just not great from set pieces, are we? Rojo. No.
Oh.
Did Gary Neville just say they're nervous as hell?
He did.
Like he's trying to write some sort of album. You're nervous as hell, mate.
Dan James, poor ball.
Ooh. I'll be honest. We've started better than most people thought we would. We've started better than I thought we would.
We've done a goal.
We've done an actual goal. And it was in open play. Rashford, 2 goals in open play in a week.
It's good to see.
Does this game count as an away match? Can this be that if we win this as well? So let's just break all the horrible records that we've had. It's good that we were saying as well that you need to score one of those first 2 chances. That's the first real chance we've had, and we scored it, which is so important. Like, that was no more of a... I suppose by the time Rashford got on there, it was an easier chance. But if Firmino had scored that chance that they would have scored...
It changed the game.
It changed the game. Exactly.
We've got something to cling on to, which is as good as we can hope for, to be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
But Gary Neville's been saying it there, but Liverpool have looked really shaky.
Yeah, they have. They've not... I mean, generally, they've not looked great. And then since the goal, they've, like you said, looked particularly shaky, playing out from the back. I think the five at the back has been a really excellent tactical decision so far. The way that Wan-Bissaka, in particular, has pressed Trent and pressed Robertson on that side.
Showing that. Get over it.
I don't think it's it. I don't think. Watching from Saigon, Vietnam. Nice.
Saigon. Texas as well in there.
Texas. Lovely. This is great, isn't it? Yeah. Broadcaster showing the replay of the foul more than the goal itself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get over it. It's a goal, mate. Big fan.
It might have been, but... Oh, well, tough tits.
Yeah. Is VAR worth it, did you say? Or working?
I don't think it is. So I don't think it's made it. I think slow it down. I think the opposite was it in the Euros when there was...
Good lad. Go on, Andreas. That's that fire and spark we were talking about with Andreas there.
We'll have that foul.
I think he got the ball, didn't he? Yeah. Unlucky.
No,
Indonesia. Very nice. Love it. I've never been to Indonesia. I'd like to go there. Indonesia. Have you ever been to Indonesia?
I've not, no.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Just two lads who've never been to Indonesia before. Yeah. Trying to watch a football match, you know.
Couple lads having a laugh. I would say that, but Joe's ditched us. Joe McGrath
has ditched us. Where is he? Producer Cam, where's Joe McGrath? As Mane's up through here.
Equalised.
For God's sake.
Now United are looking at it.
Lindelof again, 1-on-1. Lost the ball to Mane there. How did he lose the ball there?
I think United are at it check now.
Are they? What happened? Handball?
Handball.
De Gea seems to think it's handball. He looks quite confident. Ball over the top. Oh, he does, yeah, it's his hand. He controls it with his hand. They've got to overturn that. You're not allowed to create a chance or score a goal with handball. Ball comes over his shoulder, hits his hand.
Fantastic if this gets cancelled.
It definitely, you've got to stop that because the ball bounces off his knee.
That is
and
actual
his hand
handball.
Puts the ball back in his position. Yeah, that's handball.
Shocking defend from Lindelof, but that's handball.
No goal. Get in! Oh, come on. That's like scoring a goal.
Cut to Klopp. Go on.
Cut to Klopp.
There he
is. He's shouting. Look at him. Is the grass too long, mate? We're all off last season when all our players got injured, and he blamed our players getting injured for them not beating us. Oh, it really disrupted us, all their players getting injured before half time. Yeah, it must have been really hard for you, mate.
Gutted he is.
Oh my God.
Tremendous.
Look at it. It is funny though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He handballs it. You can't control it with your hand.
No.
If his hand wasn't there, the ball would have bounced through to De Gea.
Lindelof, what are you doing?
I mean, yeah, he messed it up a bit though, didn't he? 1-1. No, it didn't.
No, it isn't. It's not 1-1.
Oh, so much excitement. Everything's going on here. I'm so excited. We've got 189 people watching. If you give us a like on the video, that would be really great. I don't know why we've got more dislikes than likes. That doesn't seem fair, does it? Most of those were actually there before the stream started. Oh, no, we haven't.
Oh, there we go.
I've just refreshed it. We've actually got
17 dislikes.
I mean, come on, lads. What's up with you? What more do you want? Lindelof in the air yet again. Yeah, he was sort of exposed a little bit there, wasn't it? And I think we might see a bit more from Liverpool now, but Mane's giving the ball away pretty sloppily there.
Well done, Dan James.
Dan James wins a throw-in off of Wijnaldum.
That should get us through to half-time, surely.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, that, though, the Lindelof in the air thing. Because Mane's not that good in the air,
No, he just can't.
He's quite good, though, isn't he? He's not bad in the air.
How do you get to Premier League centre-half and not be able to head a ball?
Well, I think he is, he's not that bad, but it's great touch by Dan James there.
Good football.
Back out to Pereira. Puts the ball in. Deflected out for a corner. Always loved VAR.
Yeah, so do I. It's brilliant.
Good news, no goal. Cheers,
Thanks,
mate. Just 3 or 4 minutes late on that one, but he's just sprinted to the game. Good news, lads. No goal. Yeah, it's live on telly, mate. We saw it a few minutes ago. Yeah, I wonder why Lindelof... It must be something he's working on, like we said with Rashford, those near post runs and stuff.
It's one of the reasons why he signed Harry Maguire to go next to him to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Big up from Jamaica. Nice to see you, Dwayne.
How's the weather in Jamaica?
How is the weather in Jamaica? It's probably, midday-ish? Good ball in there. That's a bit more of a high-paced ball from Young from the corner there. Usually just drifts him back to Harry Maguire at the back post, isn't it?
To be honest, that'll get to half-time.
That's half-time.
Well,
half-time, 1-0 to Man United as Klopp sprints into the dressing room.
He's not happy.
Look at that.
He's not happy.
He loves doing that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wonder what do you think he does in there? Do you think he's just getting first dibs on the orange slices?
Yeah.
Just picking the best one?
He's been dying for a pee for half an hour.
Yeah. Well, What's going on?
We're winning a football
better than
game.
Liverpool. We look better than them.
Which
we're playing better than them. We're beating them,
aren't we?
Yeah, can we do it? We were talking in the week, actually. Can we have a petition to make the Premier League like MMA rankings? Yeah. So Liverpool are ranked number 1, but if we beat them, we go above them.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
That's how it should be.
Gary Lineker in the comments. No, on Twitter. Deservedly for Man United, VAR disallowing goals that nothing challenge would really destroy the game. Got to be for the howlers only. Yeah, probably. But I think that kind of did happen, didn't it? That was the whole point there. And I think the Mane one, that is kind of
handball. That's what
it's handball.
That's bang on.
Yeah, it's not like the ball was kicked at him from 2 yards away.
You can still argue.
It was his own knee. He controlled the ball into his hand. Like
you could argue for the Origi one, but still, like it's. I think it's a soft foul. You can't disallow a goal for a.
No, I think it has to be a clear and obvious error from the referee. That's the whole point, isn't it?
I don't know. I think the idea of VAR is good, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's been implemented. For me, I'd have it as like a challenge system, maybe.
Yeah, I think that'd be
all right.
The
manager can do it 3 times in a game or something.
Yeah, or you get 2, but if you get it right, you don't lose one.
Yeah, something like that.
Because I think that way you kind of.
Top tweet there.
Someone tweeted, "Can you shag VAR?" And then someone replied saying, "I'm hearing she's a fine lady," which so far she has been. Title challenge is back on according to McLaren CT. We're going for it, lads.
Yeah.
We're going for it. Title challenge is on.
Did you see that yesterday, that Palace, if results had gone their way, could have been 2nd in the Premier League?
Really?
If they'd have won last night, they'd have gone above City.
Phenomenal. They've started really well, though. I mean, Hodgson's a good manager, isn't he?
Well, saying that, I think before the Palace game, after their first 2 games, I don't think they'd had a shot into the first 2 games. They beat us, and now have gone on a run of...
They're the most boring team in history.
Definitely, yeah.
Have they got any? Is there a team in the country? I was talking about this with my flatmate actually yesterday. Is there a team in the Premier League who has less interesting players, parts, play style, manager?
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson couldn't be less interesting.
Yeah.
Zaha is a bit interesting,
but he's
other than that whole
he's
team.
Done nothing. They
play boring football. They've got boring players. They're just so uninteresting.
They're just in the Premier League now. They're just not going to... They probably won't get relegated. No, they're never going to challenge for anything. They're just going to be there.
Dwayne's saying it's midday in Jamaica, 90 degrees. Oh, I would kill for that right now.
It's getting...
I'd absolutely love that. Nikolai, if Mane doesn't handle the ball, he wouldn't have controlled it. The hand stops the ball flying away from him. Exactly, which is why it's handball, which is why the goal had to be ruled out. It's not one of those where the hand was kind of an incidental part of the thing. No. It stops the ball bouncing off his knee.
And even with this new rule whatsoever, if you handle the ball if it touches a hand in the build-up at all, that's it. It's no goal.
Yeah, and I think I do think that's kind of fair. I think what they basically said is if you accidentally handle it as a defender, they're going to try and give you a bit more leeway.
Yeah, but if it's
an attacker, you shouldn't be allowed to score a goal with your hand. No, regardless. I think that's kind of fair. Rashford's clearly world-class potential. Our fans need to now get behind him. I mean, I can see why fans have been a bit negative towards Rashford. Personally, I've not gone along with that myself. But you can't flip-flop as quickly as this.
You can't do that. He is. No. He's better than everyone says.
Yeah,
definitely. He is still 21 years old. You know what you're saying about you can't be putting any reliance on Greenwood at 17. It's just as crazy to have a 21-year-old as your main striker without people to come in and swap. I mean, Chelsea are kind of doing it with Tammy Abraham.
But he's older than Rashford, and he's had more,
They've also got Batshuayi who's 26, 27 that can come in and do it. They've also got... Is Giroud still there as well?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so you've still got... There's options around him, and it's not like... If he's not scoring, you can take him out of the team, put the people in the team.
We've literally had no strikers. See, that's the thing. Chelsea get to play their young striker, and the backups are older, more experienced players who can come in.
Which is what you want.
Yeah. Whereas with Rashford, he's our experienced striker.
At 21
At 21. And the backups are 17 years old in Greenwood. And that's it. Like
Martial, but that's...
And also, you don't think necessarily, but the pressure just of being that main man for a team, that has an effect on people.
Yeah, of course it does.
It all plays a role.
And especially when you've not played that position consistently. You've played as left wing. You've popped in and out.
Exactly. And even if he thinks being a striker is his best position, and even if it, proves to be his best position, he's played as a left winger for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to just flip-flop between the two. It takes a while to learn the position and get used to everything. Like, we saw, Rojo's been out of position a couple of times. It's hard to play left centre-back in a back three.
They've just shown the Rashford goal. It's quality movement, which is what I've been crying out for.
Yeah. Lovely pass from Matic, from McTominay round to James. And a really brilliant cross from James. Yeah. Really, really good cross.
I think that's what...
soon they're saying it's a foul. Yeah, it's a foul. The amount of times he's done that in his career and not thought it was a foul. One of the worst, to be honest, the most aggressive, awful tacklers of all time.
Well, they didn't give it.
So it is a foul. Yeah, it is a foul. Get over it. I'm happy.
It's even better that it's a foul, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, it is a foul, isn't it? It is a. He did foul him. We're going on about it. He did foul him. Why didn't he overturn it? At the time, I was pretending I didn't think it was a foul.
No, it's definitely a foul.
But it is. Oh, Josh Bithell. Cheers, mate. How are you? It's currently 3:20 a.m. in Australia. Just getting my ex to come over for a booty call because Rashford just made me capable of erections again. Keen to work off a 10-hour day with 2 hours sleep. Brilliant. How are you doing, Josh?
Please screenshot.
We spent a lot of time with Josh.
We
spent a lot of time with Josh in Australia. He's a good lad. Oh my God, that's very funny. That is very funny. And also, well done for staying up. And
at least it's worthwhile you're staying up.
Yeah, and obviously, if things don't work out with your ex,
then
we'll be here for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like it might be a pretty tight situation that you've got going on there, but very funny comment.
Yeah,
what do you think of the game so far, Josh? Martial is the main man. He would be playing if he was fit. Rashford is better at the left wing. Yeah, I think that's the general consensus. Yeah. Solskjaer even basically said that in his pre-match conference, didn't he? Talking about how they work together nicely in that kind of formation. But we can't play that.
We've only seen that once, twice this year. We have some stats.
Here's the stats then. Very even. Liverpool have had 57% possession, which it hasn't really felt like, has it?
It's been scrappy possession.
Yeah, it has.
I think both teams. So.
But other than that, United's pass accuracy 10% lower than Liverpool's, but key passes 4 each. United more corners, more offsides.
28% off is all Andres Pereira.
Anthony Jarvis Ellis saying, so happy for Josh and his erections. Hope you put in a shift, lad. Honestly, everyone from us at Stretford Paddock is hoping that you put in a shift tonight, Josh, mate.
And the 240 people watching all wish Josh.
All wish Josh the very best with his ex tonight. Good, brother. Good, lad. Well done, mate. I'm glad you're all right.
I've done, not in the same context, but
I've done... What you done?
No, I've got up early for a Manchester United game and been disappointed before. So I understand the sentiment of getting
so far so good.
Up
what a night this could be for him if United win this, and then whoever knows what else he gets up to. Fantastic night ahead, and it's 3:20, so he really should be in bed. Coincidence that we are playing a great aggressive game and Mata and Matic are on the field? Yes. I think that is a coincidence. Well, a coincidence in the sense that it's good tactics from Solskjaer and a team that plays it well, I suppose. But I don't think
he's got. To be fair to Solskjaer, if you look at the games this season, the bigger teams we've done well.
Yeah,
Chelsea didn't. Yeah. I think everyone agrees we were a bit lucky to be 4-0, but he got that right. Knew what they were going to do. Hit them on the counter attack, score goals against Leicester as well.
Yeah,
not really.
We've shut Leicester out easily.
But shut them up, and then got the goal.
And then Arsenal
should have won that game.
Should have won the game.
Apart from one real mistake,
and we didn't lose.
And now the Liverpool game, I think the one question is against the lower down teams, we don't look to be doing.
No, we struggle to break teams down.
Positive, we're 1-0 up against Liverpool.
Yeah, Josh says he's loving it, even if we weren't winning. I'm very happy with the performance. Yeah, that has been a positive, and that's why it seems like the 57% possession that Liverpool have had hasn't felt like that, has it? It's
because we've been doing the right things.
Yeah. I've not felt that threatened by Liverpool so far. I don't know if it's because we're taking the game to Liverpool instead of sitting back, and the bin dippers ain't used to it. I think that is it. Basically, United have that high press, and as we keep saying over and over again, they're pushing those wing backs really high up and stopping those attacks that start so often with the Liverpool fullbacks.
The three at the back means we can do that. You mean you're not leaving, because if you'd had them fullbacks pushing up with two there, you leave yourself exposed. But
and we saw as well Maguire and Lindelof both coming back. Well, I guess pushing up really far with Firmino as he tries to drop back and get the ball, and they've cut that out a lot of times.
The one thing with three in the back is it allows your centre halves to step into midfield, which is what we've we've got players that do it, but it's not been working, and almost they've always bypassed the midfield. It's not actually creating anything. Whereas now it looks to be working.
Yeah, exactly. Someone in the comments said if it had just fallen normally rather than jumping forward, he would have got the foul. I think that might be true. There's always a bit of that in there, but I think players still get free kicks when they dive a little bit, but. He did make the most of what was. I think it was a foul, but it was a minimal contact foul.
But I think is Robertson still playing?
Is Robertson still playing? I think so. Yeah, you just haven't really seen much of him.
Wan-Bissaka, that's what he's there for.
Yeah. With more efficiency and a few better decisions from us in the final third, we could have had a few more danger chances. Yeah, I think we could have, but again, it's hard to get to. You don't want to. What's the word? Give an inch and take a mile. Like they've given us more than we expected.
Supposedly the best team the Premier League has ever seen. Yeah.
Really good to see us fighting for every ball. Yeah, it's been good, hasn't it? It's been a positive, good start. My worry,
I think that's what everyone's been asking for.
Yeah, my worry is that this, at some point, every time United have taken the lead, except the Chelsea game, there's points where we look really scared and nervy, and we're going to sit back and we might incur a lot of. Pressure from Liverpool.
Yeah, which keep doing what we've been doing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we deal with that because I think it's definitely going to come and we have to hopefully be able to deal with that. But I think if Martial comes on, he's a great option off the bench.
Yeah, definitely.
It's nice to have a good option off the bench again, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Actually thinking we can actually change a game with...
Yeah, and no offence to Greenwood, obviously, but a 17-year-old lad who's a load of potential isn't quite the same as someone like Anthony Martial, is it?
You don't want to be having to bring on Mason Greenwood to win you the game.
Yeah. Passing quick and forward, you see how much damage our attack can do. Yeah, exactly. And you know something, actually? I feel sorry for Solskjaer in that regard because every time he talks about how we're playing and how he wants us to play, he says he wants quick. We're not taking enough risks. He said this the other day. I think Mourinho was the same, actually.
Yeah.
The players haven't been able to play the way the manager's telling them to. I don't think Solskjaer's saying sit back
and I think that's
the
one thing about having such a young team and stuff like that. It doesn't matter how good they are in training and stuff. I think if you've not done it before, you've not got experienced players around you.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not taking them risks, which is why I think he probably will have to change it. The transfer-wise, eventually he has to bring in a couple of ready-made players who can just say, look, lads, settle on the ball.
Yeah.
And be more confident.
Well, I suppose, we did that with Maguire. And in a way... Wan-Bissaka has almost been a ready-made player, hasn't he? Like he's come in and he's been.
Maguire has helped. I don't care what anyone says.
No, definitely.
He's You've seen this. I mean, we've conceded 2 less goals in Liverpool now, 1 less goal than Liverpool.
Yeah,
and we're so-called fighting relegation battle. And they're top of the league. So defending, we have been a lot better this year. So
yeah, Jam G says Fred Carrick. He's actually been alright, hasn't he?
He's been good today, Fred. He's put himself about, which is kind of what we expected when he signed. Everyone said when he signed, he had this ridiculous booking record for they were getting booked 12 times a season.
Really? I didn't even know about that.
So that's what you kind of expecting from Fred. It's similar to that Herrera kind of player that can get himself about a bit.
Well, Fred to me seems to have done a lot of that thing where someone like Pereira or it has been Lindelof and Maguire push up and nick the ball, and then Fred kind of sweeps up that loose ball that's in the middle there. He's been good at that.
He's done really well.
He's got a good turn of pace, and his acceleration's allowed him to sort of win the ball back a lot.
Back,
Josh, I'll let you know, lads, the game plan, how it goes. I'll be on the attack from kickoff. I'm going to press her defences deep. This is too much, and hopefully can take her from the back, but be wary of counter-attacks. Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic,
cheers,
Josh. Absolutely hideous, mate, and I love it. Keep us updated, Josh, mate. Obviously, beware of those counter-attacks because you never know if she sticks it in the onion bag. Make sure you have a high press, Josh. Don't love that pressure and keep the fluids on. Make sure you have a magic sponge at the ready. Yeah, of course, and maybe some freeze spray as well, just in case things get a bit aggressive.
There's 300 watching. 300 people watching.
300 people watching. Hello, lads.
Get some likes.
Yeah, get a few likes in there. Come on. So a few likes for Josh.
Yeah.
For his big night that he's got planned. Freddie's good at intercepting the ball. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what he's been doing well. Back three is working. Pereira is just inhuman today. Maybe we've been a bit harsh on Pereira because we thought he was a bit wasteful with the ball a few times. But
again, that's why he's pushed a bit higher so he can take a few more risks with it.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of them flies in the top corner.
That's the problem. He did score. Who was it again?
Southampton. He scored an absolute
screamer. Yeah. And that was during our sort of awful period at the end of last season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
United look a better side than the Copites. Yeah, they do. So far. Pressing in the first 10 minutes is what I wanted to see. Yeah, we were talking about that as it was happening, sort of, that we're kind of surprised by the fact that United weren't being dominated and pushed back in the early stages. But the second half kicks off now, and
let's see how we go.
We just need another 45 like that, ideally. Cut the chances down and hopefully be able to win another goal.
Get a second of equality.
Yeah, I'm sick in my mouth there. From a mixture of excitement and too many fries. Imagine that back three with Mike Smalling in it. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, no.
I mean, actually, I think Smalling's a better defender than Rojo. But I think one good thing about Rojo, despite the fact that he's a bit loose and he's wild, he's pretty good on the ball.
The same thing, I think Smalling's in the same sort of boat as most of these players, is that if you have someone good next to him, there is a lot of quality there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of quality in certain ways, but you can't ask him to be the main man.
No, and you can't ask him to be good on the ball because he isn't.
Because he's not.
And that's not necessarily his fault.
He plays a right back. Fergie has him as a right back for a while.
Smalling?
Yeah.
I don't even think I think I blocked that out. Yeah. Let's see how it looks first couple of minutes then. I think not quite as high press already you can see from United, but maybe that's just because they're passing out from a goal kick there. Because United looked particularly good when we had spells of possession and we lost possession.
Yeah.
Winning it back again in their half was something that we looked really good at in the first half, I think.
Fred and getting in there again.
Rashford should have come to the ball there. We were sort of waiting for it, but was given possession away. As Rojo just steps in immediately on Henderson, who kicks the ball out for a goal kick. Or is it maybe even a throw-in?
Oh, no.
They've kept it in. Fucking hell, why did they cut to Klopp there then? Oh.
Well, one.
Go on, Pereira, lad.
Just get...
Well done. Young plays it out, playing it out to Rashford. Young hasn't been too bad today. Maybe left wing is his position. I think he hasn't been too bad. But again, I think Young honestly looks better against the bigger teams because the thing for me that he's lost is his attacking ability.
Which is a strange one.
He don't get because he can't get past anyone
I think left wing back, I think Ashley Young still puts a shift in. He can still get up and down. That's not a problem with him.
No.
The one thing, I don't think his defensive position is as good.
No.
But a left wing back, you're not as reliant on that because you've got someone behind you.
Mane on the ball in the box here. Good touch, but just overdone it. And I think that's a foul on Maguire there.
Does he give it?
Yeah, he has.
So like I said, left wing back, there's not as much pressure on him to get that right. But the one thing is, I don't think that final ball.
It's weird because he used to be good at crossing. Yeah. Like he's not very good at crossing anymore.
No.
He's not. The thing I think
he's done in there.
That Mane jumping in should be a booking. I think the one thing that he struggles with more than anything is getting away from his defender to get the ball in the box.
Martin P. Tom Cleverley is better than Henderson.
Maybe.
I think Tom Cleverley got a lot of stick for that Moyes season. Again, like we were saying, a lot of pressure was put on him.
Yeah.
But a couple of seasons before, him and Anderson were our midfield too, and we were on a good run of games.
And they were good.
Yeah.
Well, there's a time when it was between Cleverley and Wilshere as to who was going to be England's next great central midfielder.
And neither of them.
And it turned out to be neither of them.
Yeah.
Although, in fairness to them, we haven't had anyone be a great central midfielder for England since then. It's certainly England's weakest department, isn't it? The central midfield area. I think defensively very good.
Harry Winks
striker's very good. Harry Winks looked all right.
He looked better than Henderson.
Mason Mount,
number 10s though.
And also he's not proven anything yet, has he? Yeah. So far, a bit more of the same second half. Obviously, we're not seeing too much. One thing that Ferguson, that's close. I wish Solskjaer's had a bit of stick for is waiting too long for changes to make substitutions.
I think you can leave that as today.
Yeah,
you don't need to change anything as
it stands. Yeah, and Dan James here. Oh, he just gets lumped by Van Dijk there.
It's not.
Do you remember that video I was talking about? That kid getting kicked in the face on the playground.
That's just happened.
Van Dijk's just done that to Dan James. He just kicked him right in his everywhere. He's injured, Klopp.
Yeah.
If one of your players was injured, you want the game stopped?
I think
he's either winded or he's broke his ribs.
He's winded there.
Or maybe he's knocked himself out
absolutely clattered in there.
When he just
that was me in that went down like that's how I felt in that 5-a-side talk when that lad put me through the boards.
That That was great. That day was really good.
It was fun, and then Cam got in a fight after that, which was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Van Dijk just steps across him, doesn't he?
Yeah, all I kept thinking as I got following into the ball, I was thinking this is good, but that's also going to be on film.
Yeah. It looks like he's winded him pretty heavily there. I think he should be all right. I haven't been winded in ages. It's so horrible, isn't it? It's so awful. Like one of the worst feelings you can have when you're like, oh, I just can't breathe. And I would quite like to breathe. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. It's one of my favourite things. Rojo will be after Van Dijk for that. Yeah. Look forward to some elbows flying in from United corners.
Rojo's at centre forward again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an Everton fan. I love Ferguson. Good. Thank you. Everyone loves Ferguson, I think. Does anybody hate how animated Klopp is all the time? Yeah. I think he's one of those things that if he was your manager, you'd like it. But as an opposition manager, it looks like he's sort of over-egging it a little bit. But
is Jordan Henderson playing right midfield?
Who knows?
Because he's out there a lot.
Maybe.
That's where it's all going wrong for him.
It is a bit. I think, again, Liverpool look a bit shaken, don't they? Klopp certainly looks shaken to me. But I think we need to capitalise on that. Yeah. I suppose we've done a good job of doing that so far. Yeah. And hopefully this new sort of defence will be able to withstand whatever Liverpool throw at us over the next 50 minutes.
Jordan
40 minutes.
Getting angry now.
Is it?
Yeah, he just flew in on Ashley Young for no reason there.
Yeah.
He looks nervous.
Solskjaer does look scared.
He's just like...
Because he knows how big a game this is. If you win this, people might like him again. Yeah. People might give him some credit.
This is a massive... if we get something out of today...
Yeah, exactly.
And then we've got should win Europa League away game.
Yeah.
We're kind of not doing that.
We're back.
We're back. We're not doing that. If we win but we're not. That's the thing. We're not doing that bad. But no.
If we win this today, which obviously so far away, but in theory, and supplement that the confidence that we get from that by bringing Martial, Rashford, and Shaw back, all of a sudden you've got a team with a little bit of confidence and some much better players in. And I think that's the sort of thing that can spark a good run of games. Definitely. The mixture of the two, because you have to remember this poor run of form that's lasted 10 games or so this season since the Chelsea game has coincided with us losing all our best players. Yeah. United on the right, Wan-Bissaka to Rashford, and who's that? Van Dijk. Van Dijk gives the ball away for United throwing. But yeah, we've lost all of our best players in that time. We've lost our best striker with Martial. We've lost our best midfielder with Pogba, and arguably, when Wan-Bissaka was gone, arguably our best defender. Yeah. And I think bringing those two back would definitely improve the side. No end. Klopp is pissed like always. Yeah, he is, isn't he? He's always annoyed.
Yeah.
Always annoyed. Liverpool coming into the game a bit more. I don't know if I don't necessarily agree with that. Well done, Pereira, lad. Nice. I think he got the ball.
I hope he did.
Ashley Young winning the ball again. Pereira going in on Van Dijk. Pereira, he does get about. I'll give him that. God bless. God bless him for that. God bless you for doing that, Andreas Pereira.
First time I've been in a watch along. Really enjoying it, lads. Great personalities. Great
Thank
commentary. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. We appreciate any of your kind comments. Dan James 1-on-1 with Robertson.
Robertson out there.
Just played it back to Wan-Bissaka. McTominay to Fred. Fred letting it run across his body, playing it out to the left-hand side to Young. Let's see what Young can do here. Stands up Trent. Passes it against his feet to Rashford. Little 1-2 off Trent there by Ashley Young. United looking, dare I say, composed? Dare I say that?
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I'm scared to.
Maguire with a lovely switch of play to Young and can't quite control it. I think that was, honestly, Maguire's fault, that pass. So I'll give Young a bit of credit. Sorry to be a pain, lads. Could someone get me a drink, please? Thanks, Callum. He's eating cookies in the back with his headphones in. Oh, God, I've got to get someone a drink. What? Anything, really. Something with a bit of flavour would be nice. A Red Bull if there's one.
Get two.
I'm sure maybe a bottle of water, mate.
I'm sure Steve won't mind.
We're going to drink all Steve's Red Bulls because we're excited because United are winning.
He won't. I don't think if United win today, he wouldn't care.
I don't think he would.
I think if
Liverpool come back and win 2-1,
that bothered.
Liverpool come back and win 2-1, I think he might be annoyed. Martial should be brought on too good to be on the bench. He's injured.
He's not played in 8 weeks, though.
Yeah,
give him
he's coming back
from
injury.
Bit of time.
Yeah, the last thing we want is to bring him on unnecessarily and to see him out for another 6 weeks. I think as much as we obviously want to keep hold of this lead, this performance and this result today is less important than getting players back fit and getting the team looking right.
There's midweek games to do that, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Ball headed out by Maguire. Maguire is a great player, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh,
thank you very much, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Steve.
This one goes out to young Stephen Howson, who fills the fridge with his own Red Bulls and we drink them. Alex, I'm sort of giddy and nervous. Probably not sure. High now, perfect for Rashford to counter. I mean, I think that was that's the whole point. That's the whole
plan.
But they've been worse than we expected him to be.
And there
almost.
You go. And Robertson kicks out of play.
Yeah, this is good pressing from United. See, this is the first game in a few games where you can actually see a clear style of play, a clear
plan of how
exactly,
how we're going to go about it.
Play. Can't think of a better football player than Scott McTominay. Let me just quickly think.
Ooh, no, whoa, that's an elbow.
Was it?
Dan James getting flattened.
He always gets flattened. Never seen
I could get that.
What happened?
Fabinho's gone over the ball and absolutely flattened him.
Has he? Is he still on the floor?
I think he's still
on the floor. Oh, Liverpool not kicking the ball out. But then again, United didn't kick the ball out.
No.
We had the ball and we didn't kick it out.
I think he has got him in the face there, which probably should stop the game.
Yeah. So United down to 10 men, but...
And they'll give that.
Defensively now. Get the ball out, put it out. Rashford nodding the ball on to no one because the man's injured. Liverpool passing the ball out. Thanks for that, lads. My God, a clothesline from hell, WWE style. Let's have a look.
He's done him there.
That hurts. Oh, fucking hell.
I've
never seen anyone get hit like this before. He's had 2 of them. Van Dijk's done him. And then Fabinho's like stepping their arse across. Hitting him in the chest with their arse all the time. Who does that? What kind of move is that? You can't hit people with your arse.
James needs NFL pads to be out there.
I know, it's mental, isn't it?
Do the helmet.
Do you know like how Hazard always used to have that thing where it's like weirdly fouled more than anyone else in ways you've never seen anyone fouled before? That's what James is like. I've never seen anyone get arsed in the chest twice in one game.
Oh no, here's the goal again. It's a great ball, that.
Yeah, really good.
No end product. Our quiz team name on Friday night. That.
What was the quiz team name?
Might as well be Celtic.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a reference to something stupid that Stephen Howson once said. No, not really. Actually,
it was.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Liverpool will win. Have faith. What video do you think this is, mate? Do you think that's what we have faith in? That Liverpool? We don't want Liverpool to win.
Sam
Who are
McCarthy.
you? Come on, Sam. You got to know that. Look at the background.
That's not. Is that Sam McCarthy from Wales?
He didn't play for Liverpool.
That isn't Sam.
Liverpool will win. Have faith. Come on, mate.
One of my best mates and roommate from America is called Sam McCarthy. I'm hoping it's not the same one.
Come on, Sam. You got to know that we don't want Liverpool to win.
No.
Feel bad for these lot not being able to go to the match. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everyone else at the studio is at the game. We've got 2 losers behind the camera. He just eats cookies all the time, and he just goes on Tinder all the time.
Yeah.
Basically, is what's going on. I mean, no, they're very nice and very good. Yeah. But we have to stay here and do this. But you know what? So far today, I've enjoyed it.
It's been all right.
It's difficult when it's difficult sometimes when United aren't playing so well. But I think regardless of the final result here, obviously if Liverpool score 4 goals, I might say differently. This has been a really promising performance from United in a new system, a new style that I think we've been sort of crying out for a little while now. Just seeing us play like this. This is definitely the best we've played since the Chelsea game, I would say.
Definitely.
Again? Right, here we go. The Liverpool fans are coming in.
There's loads of them.
Come on, watch your own watch along, mate.
Yeah. We appreciate the view.
Yeah, we do appreciate the view, but go Liverpool. Who's done this? People spamming us.
Are you spamming us, Gaiman?
Has there been some concerted effort to bring loads of Liverpool fans in here in the last 2 minutes? What's gone on here? There's like 6 Liverpool fans all come in. Like,
did you put a tweet out?
Like they've just come into the pub and they're doing chants in the pub. You lads will be crying at the end. Yeah, probably.
Potentially. But right now, a couple of lads have
if Liverpool score 4, saying that isn't jinxing it. Saying that they never could in a million years is jinxing it.
Yeah.
Saying that they might isn't jinxing it. Not that jinxing means anything anyway.
3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. We've got some Liverpool fans in.
Yeah. And someone just said Manchester United. Well done, Jordan.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Jordan.
That's it.
Yeah, if those Liverpool fans that have come in, if you just like the video, that'd be very helpful.
91
likes.
Yes,
if those Liverpool fans can just get us up to 100 likes,
my chicken.
He'll take his shirt off and he'll eat his chicken. Liverpool are amazing at bringing it back. That could be from a United fan, actually.
It could be, but
Liverpool. What's going on here? What pro-Liverpool propaganda site has sent you all here? Where have you found this? You've just all come in the last 2 minutes. Is it all one household full of Liverpool fans, each on a different laptop? Actually, no, probably Liverpool fans would be sharing one laptop, wouldn't they? Man United is the best. Yes, they are.
Well done. Yeah.
Cheers, lads. Shut up, Daniel James spends most of his time crying on the floor. That's
he's only
not true.
12, though.
He's only 12 years old, and he hurt his knee, and he got a splinter, so of course he's crying on the floor.
Yeah.
Last 10 minutes, Liverpool have had 61% possession.
Liverpool United heart.
Liverpool United. See, I mean, you know what?
A neutral in there.
Yeah, sort of a north west Good Friday agreement there from XX. Yeah. Have you got the name XX? That's pretty saucy. And assisting against Liverpool, James is quite good, as you can see. Yes, very good point, Elite Alpha.
Yeah,
he's good at crying on the floor and setting up goals against Liverpool.
Opinions on the VAR in the game. Need to have another look on it. We've said,
Lindelof fouled Mane. Was it Mane?
And Origi. Yeah, it was a foul.
It was a foul, but it was a light foul, and I don't care because I like it.
And it was handball.
And it was definitely handball. Yeah, they got them both wrong, but one was in United's favour and one wasn't. Oh no, they were both in United's favour.
Both in United's favour. One right, one wrong.
Yeah. Liverpool's possession is all in the defence. That's true. So far, they've not managed to get the ball up too much, but this is the worry. This is what we were.
But that's how Liverpool play. People confuse this. They don't keep the ball in midfield. That's not what.
No, that's what City do. That's not what Liverpool do.
Because they have Jordan Henderson, who's not very good.
Yeah, they keep the ball around the back and then they make quick breaks through when they find gaps. Yeah. City hold the ball in midfield and then chip balls over, play balls through. Back to the stats then. 4 shots, 2 on target still, which is the same as it was at half time for United.
There's not been, that means 1 shot in the second half.
There's been 1 shot so far, assuming those stats are correct, which, who knows?
They're always correct on Stretford
United's pass accuracy has gone down. United's possession has gone down. Same corners, same offsides. Not really a lot's happened so far in this half, has it? United.
Apart from Dan James being absolutely smacked about a bit.
Dan James has been smacked about a little bit, hasn't he? He's like, do you know those crash test dummies that you put in cars? He's just like one of them, isn't he? Firmino on the edge of the box, make a bit of space for himself, and pulls the ball wide. Oh no, it's Chamberlain. When did he come on? Who's he come on for?
Origi.
Came on for Origi. Did you see the Barca vs Liverpool game? Yeah, seen it. Stop. Don't worry about it. Isn't handball dependent on the scenario? Mane was ball to hand. It was ball to hand, but he kicked it from his own knee. Well, he didn't kick it with his kney. He kneed it onto his own hand.
VAR rule.
Yeah, if
it touches the hand whatsoever in the build-up, even if it is in a normal position, that's it.
And if Lindelof had have kicked the ball onto Mane's hand, you could maybe have some argument that he couldn't get out of the way.
It's how he controlled the ball.
You can't control the ball with your hand, basically. Does Klopp ever stop moaning? My God, not really.
Great,
not really.
Why is he headed to see?
Look at him.
What can he moan about now?
I don't know. VAR probably.
Get over it, mate. It was 20 minutes ago.
This video is brought to you by Red Bull. It's not actually, but again, we're just doing a little test run. If Red Bull would like to sponsor us.
Yeah. Or any other energy drink,
Yeah. This throw-in by Ashley Young that we're about to see is brought to you by Red Bull and Stretford Paddock.
Yeah.
That should do. We'll send that clip to Red Bull and hopefully they'll give us £300,000 to £700,000 a day. Liverpool sucks.
£3, yeah. Sucks.
The fact that the media's combined 11 had no United players made it easy for Ole's pre-match talk.
The one thing like Klopp came out and said this. He said, "I don't know why you're doing this because it's rubbish." Like even Klopp came out and said, "You're doing this to sort of
the 11 thing."
Yeah, the 11 thing. He was like, "You're demeaning United. United are still a Premier League football team."
And also, like Pogba wouldn't get into their team ahead of Henderson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad that we've only got maybe one player that would. But also, Maguire's better than Matip. Pogba's better than Henderson. De Gea's better than, not maybe in the last year.
You can argue that, but...
Maguire's certainly better than Matip. Pogba's certainly better than Henderson. Their front three is good.
Henderson is wide right, which I've never...
Yeah, it's a strange setup they're going with, isn't it? This has the feel of the PSG game almost to me, the way that United just got so many, like a bank of 5 men sort of on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Done well there.
Pereira breaking out, playing it over to Rashford.
Good decision.
That was a good decision.
James put it behind.
Pearce in the defence there. Rashford takes it himself. It's it. Oh, just pulls it wide.
Good football.
Oh, good
football again.
Pereira did really well there.
Great switch of play.
Good play there.
James.
That's what United are going to be doing for the rest of the game, I think. Soaking up pressure.
Dan James as well, dragging the defenders across.
Yeah.
Creating the space. Decent
Unlucky
effort.
there. Yeah, decent effort. Would have liked to see it at the target, but it's good to put that fear in Liverpool a little bit as well, that if they mess it up, we can make chances like that.
He probably could freshen things up a bit now, I reckon. Solskjaer.
Yeah. Van Dijk is better than all of Man U's back line.
You're right, yeah.
Not put together,
lad, not put together.
So, next.
But, yeah, the lad that's had the best season of his life, he's a good player. Well done.
Aren't you guys surprised that Ole is sticking to back 5, 1-0 up, but not pressing Liverpool? Ole is playing counter-attack despite his side leading. That is when you play counter-attack.
Yeah.
When you win and you're trying to defend a lead. That's the whole point. Explain that slightly more, please. I think playing counter-attack is designed for games when you're trying to protect a lead or you're playing against a team that you think will have a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
We're not pressing as much as we were. I agree with that.
But the one thing that Liverpool are going to do, but there's no point. To be fair, they're 2 centre halves that are good on the ball. You don't need to press them. They're going to make the right decision most of the time. Your best way to get in is let them play out, let them get high, and then stick some passes in behind.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to play on the counter-attack when your side is leading. Yeah, I agree. I think...
If Salah wasn't injured, it would not be like this.
Well, so what? If Pogba, Martial, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka and whoever else weren't injured for United, we might have a few more points as well. It's all of that. You haven't had any injuries for 2 years. I don't think you need to, whinge about your injuries now. Last season with a big points gap, Liverpool still won the league. No, the season with the whole Gerrard, let's not slip up. Nope. So come back at United fans when you do actually win. That's the voice of Martin P there, not mine. I'm too scared to say that Liverpool won't win the league because they do look very good.
Really, if they don't win it this year, it'd be really, really funny.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be really.
It was funny the last year, and it was funny the season when Gerrard slipped. But this would be up there.
This would be right up there. Whoa. We need some big subs coming on soon with some fresh legs. I think we're at the point now where we can.
I think you'd love to change in midfield, but that's the one thing we don't have any.
We've not got any.
I don't think you can take Rashford off.
No, I think maybe Dan James for Martial. He's been clattered like nothing. He's so fast though.
Yeah, if there's one thing.
I think I would make that sub. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I'm not sure exactly. What subs do you think Solskjaer should make? Put that in the comments. Salah wouldn't have made a difference. Salah hasn't been particularly great at Old Trafford the last few years, has he? But obviously he is a quality player, so you never know when it could make a difference. United breaking again here with that's a foul there. Fabinho in the back of. Oh, Rashford trying to take it quickly.
It's a good job because Pereira's miles away. That's...
Erman 33, what are you playing at, mate?
Yeah.
What's that mean? For all the complaining, Rashford would get in the 11 of pretty much every team in Europe. Well, if you're looking at all the teams in Europe, yeah, he would get in most of them. I'm not sure if he'd get in all of the top teams in Europe.
I don't know. I think
he'd make a good case for himself in a lot of top teams. And again, as we've said
he's
over
been
and over
relied
again
upon
today,
a lot. You just need to.
If he was in a good team, he'd look brilliant. Your man of the match so far? I don't know. Good question, actually. I think there's been a lot of candidates for that. I think I would maybe go with.
I think McTominay's done well in midfield.
McTominay, yeah, he has been good. Pereira chipping the ball to Maguire at the back post.
Van Dijk
well. Wins it and draws a foul from Maguire as well.
To be honest,
Man of the match so far would be Fred. That's from Weir in the comments.
I wouldn't. Yeah. To be honest, it's been a very good team performance. It's not been a standout. It's Henderson done. There he is.
Has he gone?
England's best midfielder. Off he goes.
Weir says, if United finished outside the top 10, would you guys beat Ole out? It all depends. Different results and different positions have different feels to them, don't they? Yeah. Like, finishing 6th under Van Gaal and 6th under...
I think it's...
Go on.
It's one of them. It's like Klopp had... I think he's finished outside the top 6 twice since he's been there. Yeah. But you could see where he was going with things. Yeah. And you knew that if they sign a centre-half, if they sign a goalkeeper, they're going to be a good team. The one thing with United right now is you need 5 players.
Yeah.
You've struggled to see where they're going.
Yeah, and also...
If by the end of this season...
Yeah.
You can see the pattern of play. You can see what he wants out of the team.
Yeah, outside the top 10 is so far down, though, that it would be a struggle to surely be showing any kind of system and still finish that low. But in terms of maybe finishing 7th or 8th, I think like you said, if we do see some sort of system, some kind of style, I would stick with him.
And the problem is now, we've said this before. I think when they did the Ole in, Ole out video, who do you bring? Who's the manager you bring in?
Yeah, exactly. You can't just sack someone and act like that's independent of the man who you're going to bring in.
Yeah,
like they're sort of.
It's a great ball in the end.
They react to each other. Those two things, don't they? Does Matthew got a knee brace on? Like he had one of those metal knee braces. Ball into Pereira there. Fred. Slices it wide with his left foot. And also, when you look at how it was under Mourinho, we were only 6th or 7th when he got sacked, but the amount of toxicity and him falling out with the players and the stories coming from the training ground, like sometimes it just has a feeling that the manager just can't stay.
I think we all said like what Mourinho was saying a lot of the time was correct. The under 23s, the team below weren't very good.
Yeah,
the under 18s team you could see are good. The under 23 team were a poor team, so he didn't have those youth ready-made players ready to come in.
Yeah.
And he didn't back him. They didn't sign a centre-half when United clearly needed one.
No.
So, Harry said, not sure if you already covered this, but did you hear Mourinho's comment about Ole?
No.
No, I didn't hear that.
If you could put the quote, in the comments. Or
something around what it was. But I said, I don't think Mourinho was wrong in what he was saying. I think he was just wrong in how he was saying it towards the end.
Yeah.
I think everyone knew they didn't have the players to do what he needed to do.
No.
But
I think one of the problems that Mourinho had, which is a genuine problem, and I feel a bit bad for him, is that we seem to back him at the start and then slowly lose confidence in him in the transfer market, which that's never good, is it? That's no good at all. So I understand. I understand why he was pissed off, but at the same time, he had to leave.
Yeah, at that point, he had to go. It was just.
He'd gone too far, and you know what it's like with Mourinho. And whether it was the same thing happening again or it got blown out of proportion, he sort of made this reputation for himself that he falls out with everyone and he gets sacked, and it was happening again. So I think we saw that and got rid of him. Rashford there running circles around Wijnaldum.
Put him behind.
Sky Italia reports that Allegri is taking English lessons. Fine. So what? Yeah, good. Just because a manager's downloaded Duolingo, don't mean that he's going to be United's next manager, does it? He's got a Rosetta Stone subscription. That don't really mean much. I get the link. Yeah, I understand it, but I think that would be a step backwards. Allegri, just the style of play is the exact opposite of what we're supposedly trying for now. And fucking hell. Again, Dan James getting scabbed up. Harry Connor, this is a quote, presumably about Mourinho. I'm going to try and get a job like Ole has in the future, which is you speak all the time in the future and then you're protected in the present. Well,
I think that's more a dig against the board than it is against Ole. I think that's...
Yeah. It's a bit of an arsehole comment, though, actually. I'd like to see the context and what he said before and after.
Like I said, I think it's more a dig in the board where he's being allowed to say...
And also, that's that point of view where you're suggesting that what you say at the time doesn't matter and only results matter. That isn't right either.
No,
anyone who's met people, anyone who has friends, the sort of their personality and what they're like and whether they're positive and whether they say horrible things. That is just as important as, or not just as important, but a huge part of why you like someone, why people like you. I think if you've got a personality like Mourinho has, where he falls out with everyone all the time, it would help him to praise the players a bit more, to praise his team a bit more, rather than just only looking at results, which weren't great either.
I think Ollie is the complete opposite to Mourinho, where he's making it look as if it's 100 times better than what
he's acting like he's loving
it. Whereas Mourinho went into that second season as if we had the worst team in the world. And he was slagging off Pogba, saying we've not had Pogba.
Yeah.
Instead of saying we've got a World Cup winner ready to come back into the squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah. I understand that it's not just about, trust me, it'll be good, it'll be good, it'll be good. That's not enough eventually. No. But the idea that falling out with people is fine because you're getting results around it, that's no good either. You've got to have both.
Yeah.
You've got to have the personality that gets along with people to a certain extent, especially if you want any longevity at a club, which Mourinho's never really managed.
That's a yellow card. Go on, Rojo.
Rojo there, kicking the ball at 2 Liverpool players. We need to make a sub so bad now.
Yeah, we could do with doing something now. We need to have some fresh legs.
X is here, but she's going to have to wait. I'm way too nervous to perform. If we get another goal, I'll get the balls rolling. Good idea, mate.
Well done.
You always need, just that second goal to really give you some sexual confidence. There's nothing like it, is there?
Well done, Rojo.
Yeah. We just need the balls in the back of the net to get his balls in the back of the net. As Trent puts the ball in there, header one, and easy collection for De Gea. And Firmino's teeth are too white.
Yeah.
We can all agree.
They're whiter than the shirt he's got.
They're too white. Why would he want that? They're infrared. They're like the ultraviolet.
They're very Ross.
They're Ross from Friends, but without the ultraviolet light having to be on. Goals in the final 15 minutes since last season.
Yeah, they've done a lot.
They do have a lot. What do you think about the future matchup between Man United and Astana? Oh,
it's a long way away.
Game. Yeah, we're still in November, isn't it?
In November, and it's also really, really far.
Oh, yeah. It's a long distance from England.
We were looking at the drive, weren't we?
Yeah, it's 3,000 miles?
Yeah. 70 hours in the car.
Sensational that it's in the same
72
continent.
could have gone via Chernobyl, which was the plan.
Yeah, but that'd have been good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let's hope Astana get the Champions League next season, and we do as well, having won the Europa League. And then, would you rather finish top 4 and get knocked out of the Europa League in the group stages, or win the Europa League and finish 6th?
Win the Europa League and finish 6th.
Yeah, that was quite good under Mourinho.
How are you doing, lads? Enjoy everyone on your streams. Keep up the hard work. Thank you very much, Freddie.
Cheers, Freddie.
Cheers, Freddie. And they're doing well so far.
Yeah, they are.
I do think we need to just some fresh legs in there now, because
I like how Mohamed Katende keeps saying live from Uganda. I really like that. Like he's doing a radio station or something. Live from Uganda. It's Saturday night. Saturday Night Live. Lovely. Liverpool rattled. Liverpool playing dirty yet again. Lap it up, lads. Let them foul. They are playing a bit dirty, aren't they? But I suppose they need to do something to try and get back in the game, don't they? And is that Naby Keita coming on?
See, this is what I mean. We said it before. Liverpool's second string isn't.
No,
they've not got another striker to bring on now. Origi came on for Salah.
Have they got anyone?
Shaqiri? I don't even know whether he's on the bench.
Fabinho pushing through the midfield there. Fred's out of position. Pereira's out of position. Who's this? Robertson.
Wan-Bissaka standing
Robertson 1-on-1 with Wan-Bissaka. Pereira just got drawn to the ball a little bit there. Oh, ball out for a goal kick for United. Man United keep up the good work. You guys don't seem happy. I wonder why. Because we're scared. There's 12 minutes to go and we might beat Liverpool. The 100 draft. Have you seen this? The cricket thing?
No. What?
They brought a draft in like the NFL, so teams do a draft and pick players based on, they just pick whoever they want.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And it's just 100 balls. It's a 100 ball game as well. So what is that? Less than 10 overs, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's less than 20. I know cricket really well, actually. I know all the stats. I can't do counting. I can't do much thinking at the moment because I'm really nervous and I feel sick. And we're seeing this too often now, where Liverpool are breaking through past our midfield. Oh, so crunchy. What are you eating? Stones?
Yeah.
Just having a quick little gravel snack to pass the time there. His teeth are all shattered and falling out. He has been all right.
I think work rate, you can't knock him. I think he's still giving the ball away. What if they come back at 90 plus 1? Then you may see tears.
Then they do that, and that's what happens. I think we could do with a substitution now. Dan James hasn't touched the ball for about 10 minutes.
Doesn't even look like anyone warming up though.
AS Monaco sacked Thierry Henry after 7 poor games. United still keeping Ole despite the recent dreadful run of games where he kept playing 4-2-3-1, home or away. Ed Wood would find the cheapest option out. I think I know that, you say what you want about Mulder, but winning multiple titles with any team in a top division in Europe is infinitely more experienced than Thierry Henry, who'd never managed a team, being brought into a team that was, in the relegation zone, I think, when he left them. There's a huge difference there. Yeah. It's not the same thing at all.
I think Monaco had spent a bit of money as well. I don't think they had... I mean, they'd sold a few players and that's what they were doing at that time, but...
Yeah.
I think they had spent a bit of money as well.
Yeah.
He definitely brought in Fabregas, I think, as well. He brought in some good players.
There was more talk as well of, unrest and discontent in the dressing room, him falling out with people. I think it's not necessarily 7 bad results aren't always the same as any other 7 bad results. Like, it's not the same thing, is it? And the string of managers that
he's going to stay because he's seeing long-term manager like or do you think he's preparing?
What was that?
Just Harry's comment. Do you think Ollie's going to stay because he's seeing a long-term manager like Sir Alex Ferguson, or do you think he's preparing them for play another manager? I kind of see a Nagelsmann as a successor.
Well, if he gets the success of Ferguson, he ain't going anywhere.
No, but I think as long as there's a plan for as long as the successor is similar to Ollie and they don't go.
Yeah.
Like if they brought in Allegri now, they've just signed 3 players to play good football. And then go, okay, right, now let's bring Allegri.
Yeah. I mean...
Who couldn't make it work with Ronaldo and Dybala.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is, United have to be implementing a style of play and a way forward that is regardless of manager.
Yeah.
Like Barcelona have, like Ajax have. They bring managers in who you might not have even ever heard of, but they play a certain style that they know they have to play. So if you bring Allegri, like I said, it's just back to square one.
Stephen Howson loves to say it, but it is all about the players. And a lot of it is about the players,
Go on, Dan, lad. Dan James bursting through on the left-hand side. Ball into the box. Who's that at the back post? Pereira. The ball just goes past him.
Kept it in, though. There's no one else coming forward.
Sitting back a bit now, as you might expect, I suppose. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka into Fred. Fred turning on his left foot, playing across the box. Oh! That looked close.
I don't think it was, but...
Martin P saying that Martial's coming on, hopefully. We'd like to see that.
Yeah.
That is close, isn't it? It's just drifting away. It's fading away a little bit, actually. Probably 3 or 4 yards wide by the end. 2 or 3 yards wide.
Who's he coming on for?
Rashford coming off. Yeah, that's all right.
Top goal.
Brilliant goal.
Worked his bollocks off again.
Yeah, and I say brilliant goal. It wasn't that great a goal, but it was great centre-forward play, which is something we've seen a lot of stick for not being doing in the last few weeks. AM9, exactly. Why don't you go for 9 AM? That's when you wake up. Why would I have gone for that? 9 AM. That's cooler than AM9, isn't it? Is it not?
Skaman doesn't think so.
Skaman does think so. That was I'll beat him up if he doesn't say it. I would have gone for 9 AM. That's when the workday starts.
Maybe we can make a trend.
What a waste of money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully we can see something from him now. I think if he gets a chance, he'll stick it in, though. Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
Just like Josh.
Liverpool with the ball. Trent.
Top quality banter from Cam there.
Cater in the middle there.
It's all gone a bit nervy in here now, isn't it?
Yeah. Robertson with the ball in. Yeah, they've scored. Lallana. When the fuck did he even come on? Oh, for God's sake, that was too easy. No one was with Lallana at all. Totally fell asleep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened there. Robertson had the ball. He just played a ball across the box.
Way too much time for Robertson.
Robertson had all the time in the world. It looks Wan-Bissaka sort of tucked in.
Ashley Young passed him on.
Where's Lallana?
He's in between Rojo and...
Rojo just gets drawn to the ball. Rojo's ball watching.
He literally touches... Look, he literally has...
Sake. What's he doing there?
He misses the ball completely.
Young doesn't get back. No. Young doesn't go back with his man. Rojo is touching Lallana and then just drifts towards the near post toward the ball.
Forgets that he has to.
Fucking hell. That's too easy. That's just too easy. What's he doing there, Rojo? Just ball watching. That's what a child does. Playing the ball into the box. Oh, I'll just run forward because I want to be nearer the ball. You got to watch your man.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Now we've got to keep it together as United probably concede another one. That'll be fun. So it's 1-1. Lapse in concentration, poor defending. Wan-Bissaka not getting out to Robertson first of all, and then Rojo just completely losing his man.
Now it's very...
Young maybe could have done better as well with that one. Didn't seem to... Just no one was with Lallana, were they? There were two men there and no one went with him. And this is going to be a horrible last 5 minutes now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, get a chance.
Eat that chicken thing as fast as you can. Let me feel better.
No.
Okay, he's not. He can't do it.
Have another bit.
Wan-Bissaka should have closed down Robertson. Yeah, he should have. And it is, it's the first time he's not really done that, and it just gave him too much space. And their balls, Robertson and Trent, are so deadly that you can't give him time to put up a ball in like that, especially with.
I think it's just
what was awful defending in the middle.
Bit of tired legs there, isn't it?
Just weirdly bad defending there in the middle.
I said tired legs.
Yeah.
And ball.
Most points dropped since Solskjaer was appointed. Man United are second in the league behind Southampton. We've dropped 13 points from winning positions, which isn't good enough at all.
No.
That's 5 minutes then.
It's just got a bit flat, hasn't
it? Yes. Again, we were saying before that they're just too many times where they're turning into space in that in the middle of the pitch. Josh says, back to erectile dysfunction for me, lads. Going to have to break the news to the sexy exy. Yeah, we're all feeling the same, mate. If I'm being honest. Subs too late yet again. I wouldn't blame the subs for that.
I mean, who are you going to change?
Yeah, that's not Rashford's fault that ball went in, is it?
No.
Ball up into the box. Cleared out by McTominay. A bit of a lazy clearance, really.
Yeah.
Dan James flicking around the corner to no one.
It's overload here again.
Get out to that. Who's that? Oh. Who is that?
Van Dijk.
What's he doing up there? Look, he can't shoot very well. No. Maguire winning the header. It's really back to the wall stuff now for United. Oh, and they just... Trent slicing the ball about a foot over the bar from the edge of the box. Liverpool are starting to look good now. They've just turned that, what was sort of pressure without any end product, into a few more dangerous areas and possession plays now that we weren't really seeing from them before. United look a bit flustered.
Oh, they've got a flag.
Oh, they've got a good flag, look. Yeah, it's all Liverpool now.
Yeah. Martial hasn't touched the ball.
I don't think he has. No.
Greenwood, question mark. I don't think.
Not the right time.
I don't think it's Greenwood. I think you just got to get someone that's going to. I think it's going to be defensive for the rest of the last few minutes.
Yeah. Holding on to this and maybe counter-attacking if we can win the ball back. But we're not pressing as high as we were. We're not keeping the ball very well. They look edgy and scared. I think the best course of action is to probably just try and hold out. But with defending like we just saw for their goal, who knows how certain that is going to be. Lallana picking the ball up in the middle, playing out to the left to Robertson. Pereira again there with Mane. Keita, sorry.
Well done, Pereira.
Yeah, McTominay on the ball. Back to Wan-Bissaka, who gets his pass blocked. It has gone a bit flat.
Dwayne Henderson, Liverpool getting there. I'd like to subscribe to show support, by the way.
Cheers, mate.
Fair play.
Cheers.
Fair play.
50-50, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're a Liverpool fan, but thanks.
Well, at least we may be 2 points off the bottom three.
See? So it's not all bad.
It's not all bad.
So, Williams on for more defence. And now, I don't think we need more defenders. We don't need six defenders.
What we needed to do was probably freshen up in midfield. But like we said, what do you bring on? Mata, who
Yeah, I think Fred could have done with coming off. Pereira could have done with coming off, or at least one of them. But we don't have anyone to come on, unfortunately. Another ball in the box, cleared by Lindelof this time. Back to Mane on the edge. Keita, Mane. 5 minutes stoppage time. Trent whipping the ball into the box and just glanced by Firmino, but just balls collected on the left wing by Robertson.
That's the league table.
As it stands, United will finish 13th. So, pretty fun. Position.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what? I before the game, I would have taken a draw. So, I'm not going to act like this has been terrible by any means. I just really hope we can hold on to the end of the game.
Martial waving at people to press. You're the one who's played 5 minutes.
Can't sprint. He just jogs. He just walks. He's either walking or sprinting, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Either he's through on goal and he's running as fast as he can, or he's just walking about.
Dan
Good
James again.
Pressing from Dan James there. Again, Martial, just lazy pressing.
Someone pick
lazy
up
pressing.
Don't point at him, Lindelof. Actually go towards him.
We're saying Ole paying the price for not making. Oh, fucking hell! Oxlade-Chamberlain just blazes a shot wide there. Not playing the Ole paying the price for not making Liverpool pay. Sticking with the back five and inviting Liverpool to attack. Can't say the equaliser didn't see it coming. Well, sticking with the back five, which was a back five that we'd impressed with and played, been the better team in the first half. So I can't give him too much stick for doing that. I think it's more of an on the pitch nerviness that has allowed Liverpool to sit back. And Brandon Williams is coming on.
I think
someone called that in the comments. Good idea.
I think to play against a Liverpool team like this, you've had to work your bollocks off, and
you get tired.
You get tired, and that little run to press Robertson that Wan-Bissaka didn't do.
He's been injured. He's been out.
Probably all added up in the end.
Yeah. Just one of those things you think, you know what, I won't press this one. I'll wait till the ball goes in the box.
Martial onside.
Martial playing the ball out to Dan James on the right. James getting the ball in, and it's a corner to United.
Here we go.
Turn the comments off for this now. 92nd minute, United got a corner ball. I think they're just about to bring Brandon Williams on. I don't know if they'll bring him on before the corner goes in. Usually you don't do that, do you?
No.
Well, mainly defensive corners more so, but Pereira stood over the ball.
Everyone's gone forward. Come on,
lads. Ball into the box by Pereira. Puts it in.
Decent ball in. No one attacking.
Easily cleared by Matic there. No one with him. Dan James winning the header against Mane, though. Back to Pereira on the left. And offside. Against who?
It must have been Pereira coming back from the corner, which is just laziness.
Yeah. 6 defenders on. Yeah, I am kind of surprised by that, to be honest. That's why I said
I think Brandon Williams plays in midfield as well.
Okay.
It's not as crazy a thought, but
hopefully we'll be seeing
just someone to kick someone. I think he loves a tackle as well. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, people blaming Ole and not blaming the players will never learn. The players are simply not good enough to get top 4. Doesn't matter who's their manager, as we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years. Which I think is why I think generally, and every poll that we've ever done at Stretford Paddock, and most polls that you see online generally, I think most fans want to keep Ole. I think you have
to see this one out.
At least the end of the season.
End of the season, probably the end. You have to give him
another 2 transfer windows, I think,
to see what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you need 3 or 4 players in every transfer window. You're not going to get them. There's going to be players moved on. There's a good chance someone like Pogba will probably go at some stage.
Probably at the end of the season, especially if things don't get any better.
That's right now. You need 4 or 5 players in there now.
Yeah.
You lose him, you need an extra one.
Mane to Firmino trying to play it around the corner a little bit too cute there, but it's come back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chips it over to Trent, and he's put it out for a goal kick to Man United. 45 seconds left on the clock then. Can United mount another challenge? Can Liverpool break down what has, other than the goal, been a good defensive performance from United? That's the problem. It's such a lapse in concentration, such an easy thing to stop.
Marcus Rojo kind of thing, that's kind of sums him up. It's just, he can't...
All it takes is one of them. Against a big team, a good
one
team
lapse in concentration.
One lapse in concentration and they've scored. Why does Oxlade-Chamberlain's got like marks on his face like he's had goggles on? Did you see that?
No, really, sunglasses. He's been skiing.
Got some big aviators on. Liverpool are breaking again with Lallana, pass it out to Mane.
Maguire dives in there.
Yeah, back to Lallana, plays it across the box. Oh, was that handball by Fred? Robertson into the box. Good header by Brandon Williams there. And they're fucking checking for VAR.
This could be a penalty. I think.
Nah, it's his shoulder. That's all right. It's Fred on the shoulder, right on the shoulder. Yeah, definitely.
All right. You sure?
Yeah, that's not his own fault.
And breathe.
Still got a corner to defend.
Which we're obviously
30 seconds to go. It's not on
He's
ball,
looked
it's
at
his
it,
shoulder. I'll tell you what though, you know when talking about like the millimetres that a ball can be over the line and the millimetres that...
Yeah, how close
when does shoulder become arm? Because if you're thinking of the actual shoulder muscle, that comes down to there. And that's handball. Like, this is...
It's not handball.
Is it before it opens up there?
If that's handball, there you go, corner.
No, it's not handball. It's hard to know what the shoulder is, isn't it? When does a shoulder become an arm?
Nothing stupid.
All right, ball into the box.
Come on.
This is probably going to be the last action of the game. Hopefully United can defend it. Ball comes in. Headed away by Brandon Williams. He's done 2 of them so far. Cater back into the box and picked up by De Gea. Surely that's got to be the end of it now. And that is full time. It's 1-1. Goals from Marcus Rashford and then Adam Lallana make it level at the end of the game. A good performance from Man United. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to be doing a review in just a few minutes, so be sure to check that out as well. And we'll see you next time.
See you later.